Hello, hello, my green skins. And we are here, Monday Madness, where anything goes. We have fun on this channel. We're going to be having some great moments here, and hopefully this is live in a couple seconds. I'm just waiting for it to come up live. And we are live. We are live.
We got it. It's here.
It's here. I'm just doing a quick check. And hopefully this doesn't go too bad, considering the fact that I had made a fried chicken, so we're going to see how bad today goes. I might be regretting this very quickly. This might be me playing video games from my bathroom as Bob talks.
Hey,
we'll
DJ's
see how
here.
it goes. Hey, DJ. Yep. Oh boy. No. I figured, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
It's link time.
Yeah. But now my stomach's like, nope, no, you're not. You're not fine at all. It's like, no. Okay, so today we're gonna have some fun. So let's break it down and let's start her off. First off, tonight we are going to be starting with the fun that is, white people, white men, white men, white men, the land, white men.
White.
White men are coming. The white men are coming to Paramount. And these are guys with some very suspect things, apparently. Go ahead, Bob. Explain a little bit what's going on.
Okay. According to this, because I'm just looking at it, throwing the paper up. Mm-hmm. Why is Paramount hiring so many men with troubled pasts? This is from The Wrap. This is an article from The Wrap website.
Yeah.
Spelled so here's WRAP.
Yeah, it's one of those. We all know them. We all hate them. It's Hollywood. We don't like these people, but go ahead.
Yeah. This was made by Humberto Gonzalez on March 6th.
Now,
just giving credit to the author and all that.
We got to give credit to the author, but we know that a lot of certain people with multiple things are a little kind of nervous about this kind of shift in Hollywood that's happening. And it's happening in Hollywood in general. Go ahead, Bob.
And it does the thing where it fades, so I'm going to reload for a little bit just to get through the first paragraph. David Ellison and Paramount Pictures have a message for Hollywood's canceled Me Too men. We're hiring. Barely 6 months after merging with Skydance, Paramount counts its ranks screenwriters Max Landis, actor Johnny Depp, animation chief John Lasseter, director Brant Ratner, and former NBC Universal CEO Jeff Shell, who has served as president since Skydance takeover.
Mm-hmm.
So let me reload and see if I can get more out of this.
Why? Okay, Johnny Depp's biggest problems was his drugs. This idea that he Me Too'd, he's been acquitted of his Me Too. Amber Heard got caught being the lying bitch she was. So why is this a problem?
Hold up. I got a rant real quick.
Go ahead.
All access 14-day trial. Try for $1. Start for $1. Select a plan. They have $3.83 for a week. For a week.
Bob, don't worry about it. Keep going.
I know, but I got a plan. It's if you're gonna put an article out there and you want to spread the word, don't fucking do this shit. Do not do this shit.
No, Bob, it doesn't matter. We run into this so much now at this point, it doesn't really matter. This is the only way a lot of these articles even exist. I wouldn't use the Wrap if I could have found an alternative source.
I know, but it's I gotta point this out here for the people, It's fuck, why are you charging me? Oh, wait, because some of this shit's a bunch of nonsense.
Where the fuck did you get that idea? The reason they make it so low price is so they can goddamn fucking gouge you as time goes on. You don't realize you read.
I know. Did you not hear what I said?
Yeah, go for it.
First, give me a second. I gotta reload the site to actually read more.
Okay, you keep
All five
reloading.
men faced accusations of sexual misconduct before they were hired, some more serious than others. Fuck, it got cut off.
Okay, so as Bob's doing that, I'm gonna be right back. Okay, you keep going, Bob.
I'm trying. I'm gonna have to like deal with this reload button over and over again. With Lasseter and Shell losing senior positions at the Hollywood studios for the allegations. Yeah, don't do this. I know 90% of this shit that they charge for is a bunch of nonsense. After being accused of physical assault, Depp fought ex-wife Amber Heard and... Chief, I can't do this. I can't keep reloading this goddamn page. To think that all these articles are trying to sham you for money is the only way they're gonna put the lights on, because they want you to like suck up the gossip. It's like those goddamn magazines you always find at a convenience store or at least like, you know, a grocery. Like right at the cash register, they'll have those little magazines of like, you won't believe this on page 25. I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
Fuck, man.
KFC.
I'm done, Chief. I'm done. I'm not reloading this website anymore to get any of this trash.
Bob, we didn't need you to read that far deep. I just wanted you to read the names of the individuals. Some of these guys, like Johnny Depp.
Oh, you said keep going. You said keep going.
I said keep going just to read the names. I didn't need you to read everything.
Oh yeah, we got the names. We already got the names.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say though, is that this is this bullshit of, oh, these guys
like,
are.
Johnny Depp was acquitted. It
He
was
was
proven that he wasn't the stinky man that everybody wanted him to be.
No, Amber Heard was proven to be a psycho bitch. And she was proven in equity of being a psycho bitch.
Never trust a lady that dresses like Dr. Evil in court, all right?
Yeah, like she was inhumane. Like they literally, it ruined her career. So why is Johnny Depp and a couple of these other guys got Me Too'd, but a lot of this was in suspect. So it's interesting. Yeah, let me finish my paperwork. Okay.
Yeah, I went on a rant about this being nonsense and how they have the gall to charge you to read this nonsense.
Bob's going to have a lot of fun with a lot of articles, but we're going to go with the next article.
I usually do, but at least I'm willing to be honest about it.
Yeah. So next article, as I slam down some Pepto. God damn.
There's another one?
No, yes, we do have another one. We're doing We're doing a brand new one, which would I like to call. We both know the name of it, Bob. Cinema Silliness. As we get to talk about the fun of The Last Nimsy. Let's talk about The Last Nimsy, Bob, and how children got to see some fun that day.
One moment.
Yeah. No problem. Ooh.
There we go. This was on 9 News.
Yep.
All right. So, the rough date that this happened was around like 2007.
Easter. This was Easter.
Yep, April 7th, 2007.
Yep, Easter. This was Easter, boys and girls.
Okay. Movie mix-up has family shocked by horror film. This was in Holtzville, New York. An audience expecting to watch a family film was stunned at a glimpse of a horror movie, which left some parents shaken, and the theater chain apologizing for the movie mix-up. The moviegoers were expecting to see The Last Mimsy, a PG-rated tale of a brother and sister who discover a mysterious box of toys and become endowed with superhuman powers to help preserve humanity's future, which I can assume to be like a Wonder movie.
It was a Wonder movie, yes. It was very similar to Rage of Terror Beef. Yeah. It was that era of, you know, girls who grew up hot. That's all I remember. That's what my friend said.
What was that one movie with the little tiny clam-shaped robots that we watched?
Oh, that was Batteries Not Included. That is not actually. That is a Kathleen Kennedy and Harvey Weinstein movie, if I remember correctly.
Okay, but it was just because that was a Wonder movie, and I use that as like my bookmark for what a Wonder movie is defined
Well,
as.
Bridge to Terabithia would be your best bet for a Wonder movie. That's like where a little girl
That
catches
shit, that shit was a horror movie.
What, Bridge to Terabithia?
Yeah, that shit was a fucking horror movie in disguise.
I don't agree with you there.
Yeah, if I'm thinking of the same movie, and like his father was running through the forest, and they thought it was the Chain Man, hearing the fucking chains run through the woods.
No. What happens is she ends up. He has like this female friend that he becomes like good friends with, and she's like, whimsy and magic, and she uses imagination. And her mother's doing all this type of stuff, and they're like they're a hippie family basically.
Yeah.
And then the hippie family is like, oh, we're gonna, so they start building a secret base, and they create an imaginary world called Terabithia, where no one can beat them, and they're the strongest, and they don't have to deal with the abuse or any other bullshit of the world. And then one day, he doesn't go to Terabithia because he has he ends up having a special play date with the teacher he has the hots for. and she ends up dying, and then the story's all about
that's what I remember. The girl died, and then the movie ends.
Yeah,
that was a horror movie. That was just like, oh yeah, this is what imagination gets you, kids. Yeah, what a fucking message to send, young Bob when he went to the theaters with his family.
Yeah. And then the blonde girl grew up super hot.
At least you got a takeaway. I mean, shit. I was like, okay, well, I guess imagination is going to get me killed, so I won't imagine anymore.
You know what it was? Not to sound awful, but that's literally what my friend jokingly calls it now. It's like, well, of course he has a big thing for blonde girls. It's like, man, we were watching E.T., and he's like, man, don't you remember like Drew, like, don't you remember how hot Drew Barrymore was in Scream? I turned and looked at him. I went, dude, we're watching E.T. Yes, I know, but she grew up hot. And I went, dude, Firestarter. He stops, thinks about it for a couple seconds. Yeah, but that's Stephen King. He's always been a pervert.
Okay. Well, either way, outside of Bob dumping his trauma, these poor individuals went through some real shit. Mm-hmm. Instead, the crowd saw an opening scene of The Hills Have Eyes 2, an R-rated sequel to the recent remake of the 1977 horror classic by the genre's renowned director Wes Craven. Mm-hmm. The film centers on National Guard troops who stumble on a clan of mutant cannibals and starts with trained women giving birth to a mutant.
Yeah, these guys are kidnapping women at the beginning of the movie. It's okay, really...
Hold up. I'm going to read more. I don't want you to get to the good bit.
Yeah, go for it.
This is a quote. There were kids that were crying. There were people trying to cover their kids' eyes. They were caught off guard, said Anthony Rasco, who was in the audience when the scene was unexpectedly shown Thursday in one of the theaters at Island 16 Multiplex. Another patron said the episode had left his 3-year-old son with lingering and unsettling questions. Quote, my wife is 8 months pregnant, and he's been asking, is that what Bobby's going to have? Said Frank Dahl, 31, of Mastic. Yeah. Theater staffers soon stopped the movie and gave the patrons free ticket vouchers and started the last mimsy a half an hour late, according to parents.
Yeah?
This is both a tragedy and a comedy. Ah! Yeah.
So keep going, Bob. We got.
Okay. All right. National Amusements Incorporated, which operates Island 16 and about 1,500 other movie screens in the United States and elsewhere, expressed deepest apologies in the statement Friday. We are working with our theater's managers to correct the situation and ensure that it does not happen again, said the statement from the company based in Dedham, Mass.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Now, there's been rumors and legends that this has happened in other places. This little fucking story, I've heard it being brought up at a episode of like one of the My Little Pony movies. Monster High movie and Care Bears movie. I have heard this 3 times. Now, none of these seem to be real. It's only this one film. But that little bit of telephone has expanded to other movies. It's interesting how that happens.
It's like an urban legend that spreads and changes.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm just like, little Timmy's 3 years old, and he's already asking questions that he should not know anything about. He should be thinking about Thomas the Tank Engine. What the fuck?
Dude.
Oh, like, I would lose my shit if I was that kid's parent. I would fucking flip.
The name of that movie, I can't remember. Like, it opens up so violent. There's like this really violent horror movie. It wasn't. It was. I think it was.
There's a few B movies I know that start off violent.
I think it was Human Centipede. I think like I think it's 2 or 3 opens up really fucked up.
Man, hell, I remember in Human Centipede, one guy had a fucking vasectomy on the spot, and I was like, Jesus Christ, man, what the fuck?
Oh, it's a fucked up movie. Don't watch it. Hello, Western Body. Welcome.
Yeah, don't watch it. A little too late. All right.
Yeah.
I wish I could revoke that memory, but I cannot.
Hey, so the fun thing about this is, and the amusing thing about this shit is, with The Last Nimsy and Hills Have Eyes. Again, it's one of the more funnier ones. So, Bob, we have something else we're going to have Bob look up.
Okay.
All right. Next week, next Monday, Bob is doing something special. Let's get it open. Bam. So, hopefully this boots up. Yeah, it is. Okay. Bob, you know what you're doing? You're going to be looking up an American story. The American story, Bob. We got to do the American story. You're going to be looking up, Bob, how Americans created a phenomenon known as train crashing.
And this isn't like a film. This is like a sport.
This was something they did at fucking grand openings and apparently once at the White House.
Wait. They crashed a train as like a christening ceremony?
Yes! 2 trains!
Okay,
Smashing!
I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna. You got my attention, sir. All right. After this, you have my attention.
Oh yeah.
As a sailor, I am familiar with the prospect of a christening ceremony, but this is fucking wild.
Yep. Okay, where'd that other image go? Damn it, that one image showed up. Oh, okay, get rid of these two images. These are apparently images that weren't supposed to be there. I believe this is there it is. So we got ourselves one more thing for Bob to review, and then we're gonna get. You know what? Do you want to do your review last after the last bit for tonight?
I'm cool with that. Yeah, there's quite a bit of detail to talk about.
Okay, I will take that off then, and we're going to move to the next thing tonight. Something just got announced today. Sin, they're redoing Sin, the original game the original shoe that came out back in the day. Night Dive is doing a remaster. Let's watch the trailer. By the way, support Night Dive. Check out their Discord if you can. They're awesome. Let's see what they do, boys. 3, 2, 1.
JC, it's Blade.
Man, you're the master of disaster, Blade.
Damn it. What the hell is happening now?
find him so we can shut him down. If he releases these super mutants into the city, Freeport won't stand a chance.
Hello, Blade. Welcome to my little kitchen of horror.
I mean, fuck yeah.
I'd say I don't think I've ever played the original Sin.
Coming 2020. Uh-oh. 6. It's coming, boys. It's coming.
I was getting flashbacks of when I used to play Quake on like N64 mixed with System Shock.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because of the model of the main guy. I didn't realize he had dreadlocks. I thought he had a beanie, so I just thought of the guy from System Shock that you play as.
So it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny with this character that we have here, Sin. Like that. Like I'm interested. Okay, my feeling is okay. That's awesome. They're doing Sin. Now, if they actually finish Sin 2, I think people will fucking lose their minds. If they ever do a complete finish of the Sin 2 franchise, people are going to go insane. So, one last title for the madness tonight. We're going to be showing a Karen, an entitled college professor calls 911 on herself. Let's have some fun.
Tells you when to play, boss.
3, 2, 1, play.
I'm at Kent State University. I need to get into my building, please.
Okay. Is this an emergency? Can you look up the non-emergency number?
I need to get into my building, please.
Okay. I need you to look up the non-emergency number and contact the Kent State University Police
I need to get into my building, please.
You need to contact the...
She's got the blue hair and everything, so it's great. Play.
What is it? What is it?
Oh.
That smile is rough.
After the college
Yeah.
professor repeatedly abused
Yeah.
911, demanding an officer, she eventually gets her way.
I'm the school director of the School of Health Sciences. I'll show you my driver's license, which is in the car. Can you get me into the building, please, so I can go pee?
Sure. Do you have anything to drink today?
I had a drink.
You had a drink?
A drink.
Okay. Because I can smell a little bit of alcohol on
You
you.
can smell a little bit of alcohol. That's fine. You can.
Okay. 328. I'll take it back.
What are you wearing, ma'am?
That's fine.
Is that like a graduation gown or something?
In the annex.
Okay. How'd you get over here?
I walked.
You walked over here?
She was at a ceremony
I'd like to give you
for herself.
Make sure you're good to...
She's at a ceremony.
driving if you've been drinking.
Okay, because I was looking at her hat, and I'm like, that kind of looks like a graduation cap.
Card to swipe into the...
It's not a graduation camp. It's like it's an alumni thing.
Can I go?
Okay.
Well, here's what
Yeah, I wouldn't know what an alumni is.
time, which kind of shows that you're...
I'm
Yeah,
not
same.
higher class.
motor functions. I wouldn't want you to...
Can I go pee? Can I pee, please?
Yeah, here, I'll let you in to pee real quick and then we'll talk, okay? Do you have someone you could call?
This is Kent State?
Do you want to go pee
Isn't
first?
Kent State known for, like, well, outside of their advertisements?
This is not okay.
What's not okay?
That you're gonna call my husband.
It's known for a lot, but this woman's-
Wait, ma'am. What do you mean I'm fine? I don't want to call my husband. It's like, what?
Just because you have a Tesla doesn't mean
Yeah.
it's not going to drive itself.
all the power she tries to use today,
You're not going to drive out.
and the fact that the cops were like,
This is so evident of, like, uninurseries.
Yep.
Giving people this philosophy that I rule the world.
I'm sorry.
Is there a...
"Oh man, there's a reason I call people university locals, man. I there's a reason I call like people university locals, like university grain fed,
Yeah.
because I've met so many motherfuckers
Okay, that's fine.
who have this mentality. Like here's the thing,
I just need...
I've had friends of mine. They're some of the nicest people I've ever met, and they came out of university really good. Then we meet people that go to university, think they're bosses of the world, just because they have a degree.
I rule the galaxy. It is mine. It is for me.
Yeah, I'm entitled to everything, and they're not entitled to shit. And it's funny what they do.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you'd be surprised what can achieve when they realize a level of force greater than them. They're like, oh fuck, there's a level of force greater than my voice? Yes, there is. Stop being a dick.
She said her colleague's office.
Yeah, I love it. I love it because she's like, "Oh, I got a Tesla. Just drive me home." No, no, no. You cannot have a Tesla. You can't drive home with Tesla. Instead of getting her keys, she's just sitting there. She fell asleep.
I can see her in her office. If it gets that far, I'm just gonna take her for talks.
I'm gonna call Gabby. You're happy.
Yeah, harassing. Man, man, you're boozed up in a building that's closed after hours. After you asked to go to the bathroom, there is no harassment here.
What's his name?
Yeah. Okay, like he's like, I'm gonna go into the bathroom. Leave me alone.
Just let her know what's going on.
Well, they can't because you're drunk and you've just declared I'm going to drive.
I'm missing a best part that's out there.
It fell down out there?
Yeah. He's gonna leave me alone, and I'm gonna go home and go pee, and you're gonna leave me alone.
Okay,
You just declared you're committing an illegal act by driving drunk. They can't leave until you get in the car with somebody else.
Yeah. I might say, I know it sounds annoying whenever you're under the influence, but when you get a moment to step back and realize, like, oh fuck, they're right, they have to make sure I'm not going to be fucking stupid.
Yeah. My husband and I'm driving home, sir. No. It doesn't work that way.
Nope, don't have one. I don't have one.
You know, a lot of them don't have breathalyzers anymore because breathalyzers were considered racist. That actually,
How?
someone told me this.
How?
Someone told me this. I'm not joking when I say that.
Oh my god.
It's literally our job.
I'm about to say,
actually heard
alcohol
this.
doesn't give a fuck about skin color. If you're drunk, you're drunk.
Apparently, according to a buddy of mine I was talking to a couple weeks ago, he said to me that apparently the reason why you don't see a lot of them using breathalyzers anymore is because of that.
We didn't like it really.
This reminds me of that one scene from like Star Trek. What was it, Next Generation or something? It's like, oddly enough, these group of people take up more space in Nigerian prisons, and then immediately a guy's like, maybe they should commit less crimes.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, maybe don't booze out.
No, it's clear.
It's weird being on the other side after being on sobriety and looking at these dumbasses. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's clear she's drunk. Like if she decided, like, you know, the funny thing is, she probably could have went to her fucking thing. Said, "Thank you very much, guys. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna call my thing. I'm gonna go home. I'll go home later." But she kept declaring, "I'm not intoxicated. I'm not this."
Or another one is, officer, can you drive me home? I am intoxicated.
They don't have to do that for you.
They don't have to, but at least it's like her trying to work with them, because there have been nights where I've been a little too tipsy walking out and the officers actually offered to drive me home.
Yeah. But that's the thing.
Honestly,
like,
it was after that day that I was like, I need to stop.
Yeah.
Because they thought I was casing a joint because, you know, I'm up at like 2 in the fucking morning.
Yeah.
I don't have your other card.
I have my other card. I'm not intoxicated. Yeah. All
Wait,
right.
your other car? You got 2 cars?
No, card.
Oh, card. Oh, okay. A little ID or something.
Yep. She's making a call right now. And she puts her phone away. And now she's just giving him the fucking look like she deserves better because she's important and they don't know anything. They're stupid police officers. I'm a thing. I'm calling my husband.
I'm educated, therefore I'm superior. I notice every time I do like an annoying person voice, it always ends up becoming Lemon Grab from Adventure Time.
Yeah, you know what's funny about it? Like, look at her. She's like, I'm calling Captain Getman. I'm calling her superior. Now she's calling us superior.
That is the Karen move.
Yep. I can't wait for
automatic
that
voice messaging system. Sorry. The amount of times I've gotten that.
I love how he's calling this Captain Getman guy, and he's not showing up. It's recording a message.
You have a lanyard on your right side under your jacket, if that's what you're looking for.
I can't wait for that Karen game, man. I hope it doesn't take much memory to play. Rad. Yeah.
Alright, well, right now you're under arrest.
Now she's getting arrested. I'll be right back, Bob.
Yep. Yep. Oh, no. Oh, now she wants to call her husband. Now you want to call your husband. You could have done that, I don't know, about 10 fucking minutes ago.
You have no right to do this. Stop.
Yes, I do.
I'm calling my husband. Stop. I'm calling my husband.
It's far too late, ma'am.
Stop it. You have no right. Stop it. You have no right to do this. Let go.
Ma'am, you're
Let
gonna
go.
get hurt. Come on.
No. I'm calling my husband. Stop this. You have no.
Wait. We have a responsibility to do this, not just a right. We have a responsibility.
My husband.
No,
You did not do a breathalyzer.
I don't need to.
Ma'am, we can
Excuse
smell
me.
it. You're the way you're
Excuse me. You have no right to.
I'm about to say, a woman of her years shouldn't be acting like this.
We don't have to do Miranda.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Ma'am, you're too old to be acting like this.
Right now. Right now. Excuse me. Stop this. Stop this right now. Stop. Excuse me.
You want to stand up?
This is a very entitled woman right here.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, it's like, ma'am, you are far too old to be doing this.
We'll see when it comes out. Western Bodies. Karen is a brand new video game coming out. It's on the Steam wishlist store right now, and it looks hysterical. And it's coming out shortly. Yeah.
It looks like the...
Yes, he does. You were not compliant. You did not listen to the law enforcement officer. You have declared multiple times, I will drive home. I have a Tesla.
Yeah. On top of that, you didn't immediately go to the bathroom. You just sat in the office.
Yep.
This is ridiculous.
Yep.
Now you're sorry. Now you're sorry.
I'm really sorry.
It's amazing what happens when a level of force is applied.
Mm-hmm.
The term force does not mean violent.
Factory, dude. We like to call. I've been hearing Asmongold, the Asmongold News Network, better than CNN. That's what we're calling it now. Better than CNN. We've been calling it the Asmon News Network. The Asmon News Network has described it as going back to factory reset. When they realize they're in enough shit that they're going to get enough trouble, they'll go back to factory reset.
You know, that makes sense. Yeah, back to factory settings. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, they're entitled up to that point. Once they get the factory reset set, bam, back to where they need. Again.
Oh, and she's trying to resist even further now that they're at the door. Seriously, I realize I'm fucked. No! Oh no!
She again, self-entitled bitch, man. Like, see, I'd rather do.
Go ahead.
Toss up between this and a girl who's like mentally unstable, going completely ape scat, and a guy stabbing people with an axe, getting shot, getting blown away by cops. Those were my 3 video picks this week, and I was like, I'm gonna go with this one.
Yeah, just in case YouTube gets in a tizzy over it, you know.
Yeah, which is sad because I would have put up the shot, man. I would have put up the shot guy right away. Holy shit.
Yeah. You know, it still is like a universal truth, and that man was a genius, the guy who wrote Starship Troopers. That line is so fucking true. Nothing in this life or the next is achieved without a level of force. I still live by that.
Yep. And she's like, I'm fine. No, you're not. You're now in jail.
The professor's son. Oh. Sorry, I shouldn't be judging a guy by his appearance, but I was looking at the son.
Yeah, no, but look at the son. He's like, oh, fuck this. Because he knows he dealt with mom being stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Now here's her charge.
She's like, hey, dear, I'm back. I'm not a criminal. Trust me.
Okay, here's where it gets great. Intoxication and risk of
harm.
That's what she's creating. 1 count. Here's where it gets better. Here's what she does. Next day, a couple days later.
No shot.
She comes back. So because basically here's the thing. I guarantee you, she's got a rep on that university. She's got a bad rep. So now that she's got this thing,
she's trying to be vindictive. I want to have a
she's
word
trying to
with
get on the
them.
job. No, she realizes that if she doesn't do this, her job's done. Because she guarantee you multiple violations. I'll put fucking money on it.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, I was not there.
Okay, so there was a lot of.
Yeah.
He was home.
The only reason they do this because they're afraid of that.
For about 4 hours. I was not intoxicated. I was sleep deprived.
Yeah, I was sleep deprived. I have PTSD from my cop. See, like look at what she's trying. She realizes she's fucked her life up by doing that.
Yeah. Sorry, that immediate cut just got me. It was like I was sleep deprived. I had a drink.
See, she's trying to get stricken from her record because she realizes that's going to be the excuse to get rid of her.
Maybe you shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I put money on it. We have a secretary here. He's available. Thank you. And so they go get the secretary. And it's like, yeah, then they go talk. He's not available today. Yeah, you know what? I guarantee you he went to talk to the sergeant. You know what his sergeant exact words were? I'm not dealing with this shit. Tell her to go. Tell her to fight it in court. He doesn't want to deal with this. Case Eric Lippman worked at State University since 1995. Wait. Okay, Carroll University since 1995 after completing a doctorate studies in
that rating.
Yeah. And eventually she became the director of the School of Health Sciences. Oh, her rating is awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one likes her.
And notice how they said she just rattles on. Yep.
Yep.
In the classes.
Yeah. Most people do not listen to it. Yeah.
Oh.
According to Kent State local reporting, after the incident of the body cam, she was removed
from
What did I fucking say? What did I fucking say?
But she remains employed as a faculty member, which that could be fucking anybody.
Yeah, that could be anybody. She's not
that
even
could be a janitor.
Yeah. That means that she's a faculty member. You know what that means? So much money gone.
She lost her teaching job.
Yeah, she lost.
Now, before anybody gets it twisted, I was not bad mouthing janitors. I was a janitor. They still make good money.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
It was just something I had to state, but oh my goodness.
Yeah. I guarantee you, it's a faculty member. I guarantee you that she was a faculty member. By the way, Midwest Safety. I hope you guys are subscribed to these guys. Badass. We want more people like this doing more work like this, boys and girls. You want to know why we want more people like this? Is because, let's be honest, body cam footage shows some more truth that a lot of people don't want to see.
And on top of that, instead of it just being like, oh, here's some police footage, World Star, what I like about Midwest Safety is he actually explains what went wrong, what they should have done, and why the officers acted the way they did. It's like, I like that. Yep. I love debriefs at the end of something.
Mad respect to these guys. Mad respect to Midwest Safety. I hope they get, by the way, millions of subscribers. They fucking deserve more. We need more stuff like this. The reason they want to get rid of this is because it shows some ugly truth, and that's what we need more of that.
You can't keep shooting propaganda if your propaganda falls flat.
Exactly. All right. Next on the docket, we have some tinfoil hat to have fun with, boys and girls.
Oh boy.
Okay. So apparently, speaking about kitty cats, so new Tick Tock conspiracy that's been interesting coming out. People have been putting up a famous song from the movie Alexandria. I know it's me badly singing, but fuck it, I don't want the copyright claim.
I've never heard you sing good, so there you go. Yes.
Yeah, that song in Alexandria.
Chief, you owe me $5. You broke one of my glasses.
Did I really? I could try.
No.
Anyway, so people are playing this song, and then the cats are like, "What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck?" They're looking all over the place.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh my god, guys, the cats. They're hearing this, and they remember when they were Egyptians. They're ancient mystical animals, you guys.
Oh, shut up.
They're ancient mythical mammals, man. They can see the pain."
Well, yeah, they are mythical and they are ancient animals, but it's like, no, stop. All right, a cat do what a cat do.
Yeah. So I can actually prove the fact that this is bullshit because we actually tried it on a little buddy right here. Our little Sammy Mabuba, we tried this. And the cat just went, "Fuck that. I don't like that noise," and left.
You show this to one of those crazy cultists and they're like, oh no, the cat didn't like it. That must mean he was a blasphemer in his past life. They'll be trying to come up with a fucking reason because these cultists always do.
I tried it with one of the other friends here. One of my other friends there, his Frankie Puss. We tried that, didn't work. We tried it with a couple other people's cats. That didn't work. None of this worked. We tried it with LCX's cat. Didn't work. The reason is that some animals, you know what? Want to know why the animals are responding to that? It's a high pitch noise that peaks. A cat will respond. Anyone know when the? Yeah, I know it. If you're talking about the Karen video game, I could put a link up. Or you can watch the Flophouse tonight. The link will be up for that. The next one is this idea of this Egyptian shit. I'm sorry, cats don't perceive psychic powers beyond the natural mind, okay? Because your kitty cat is registering the sound, the same sound that they would register if you were to do this.
Nothing was caught on my end. I don't know if the people were tortured by that noise, but I consider it the same way as why people love kittens so much. That vocal tone has the same effect on your brain that a baby crying does.
Exactly. That's right. When I do the whistles and stuff, that's it. That's bird calls. I can actually attract birds to my window if I whistle enough. It's no, I don't want them. I've had way too many crows get into my window, especially in the other place I used to live. Way too many crows. It was bad. I'd hear this. More like this. Don't know if you guys heard that.
Nope. Just silence.
I hear the tapping of glass. I hear the tapping of glass on my fucking window nonstop, and it was annoying because I'd be like, "What the fuck?" The worst one was I'd turn and look, and there's a blue jay hiding in my window, poking, trying to get in. I'm like, "Ah!" And the blue jay went, "Fuck it!" Both of us jumped, and he flew out of the way. But I've had them get into where my window is, and they've sat there looking at me, and it's really unnerving. This is why I don't like opening my bedroom window at night.
Shit, when I saw you, I don't blame the blue jay.
Yeah. No, but the crows sit there staring at me. I don't feed them from that either, because I make sure not to do that, because I do not want them getting into the habit of eating on that. I used to feed, I'd feed them if I had old apples, I'd carve up, if they were really rotten or something bad, I'd carve them up, cut off the pieces, get the good pieces, and I'd put the pieces out for them. But I don't want to risk putting out big food for them, because they're going to cause, that's a bigger problem later. But they would be chirping and shattering and snapping at stuff. You got to watch out for crows, man, when it comes to that. But anyway, the sound of the birds is what's catching that creature's ears. It's that sound. So when you got this high pitch, that type of shit, and they're screaming in this Egyptian thing. Just because that comes from, by the way, that's not really Egyptian when, you're watching the movie Alexandria. That's Greek. It's Masonic singing, if I remember correctly. It's that high-pitched Greece type of, power songs.
Like the Sumerian readings of Gilgamesh, something along those lines.
Yeah. Stuff like that. So no, your cat's not right. Your cat's registering the high peak sounds it's registered to. Like this cat, and because this cat watches TV, she's completely immune to it. Like my cat, this cat will actually lay on my big fat belly, and I'll be watching a YouTube video, and he'll turn and look at the YouTube video and watch it.
Hell, one of the funniest things I've seen recently with animals is this one lady snake named Tofu does not like Markiplier for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wow. For some reason, the snake just really hates him, and I don't know why. She doesn't know why.
Yep.
Like she'll put on a different video of a different person. She'll put up an image of Mark and then an image of a different person, and the snake chills whenever it's not Markiplier. And I was like, I don't know what grudge this snake has with him, but okay.
Well, it's this idea of ancient stuff. Like there's a French legend from years ago where a guy fought a duel with a dog. Have you ever heard this story?
The only time I've ever heard of something close to that was people shooting arrows at dogs as target practice. No.
Okay, so here's what happened. A guy, this porter, famous porter, this guy who's doing a lot of stuff, he gets murdered, and the dog ran to find other people. So the dog actually showed the people where where his master was murdered. Dog ran and did that, and as the dog came back, the guy cared for the dog. But then all of a sudden, this other guy who's part of the village. Whenever he would walk up near this dog would go fucking nuts and try to kill him. Hello! Oh God!
Sooner found guilty of murder or something.
Watch out, dude! Make sure no one has no one has a loose lighter fluid. New York subways, man. I don't fuck no.
You know, it's bad when even animals are passengers. The amount of rats.
Yep. Did I ever there was a New York subway video. I don't know if it's still out there. I remember seeing a long time ago on, it was actual footage that someone recorded of, the back end of a subway car. It had, over 100 rats all on that one side of the cart. And they were just sitting there. They were scurrying around in the back.
Fucking Ratatouille New York edition.
Oh God, it's terrifying.
I say, you know it's bad when the rats understand your transport system better than most people, just to get a point A to point B so they can get a snack and then go back to their hole.
I'm 4 a.m. feet from the GBE edge. I have no idea what that is. Okay.
I am 4 feet from the GBE edge.
I have no idea what that is. Anyway.
Can't say I've never taken a subway before.
Yeah,
I've taken buses.
I went to areas around New York. I never actually went to New York at all. Once. Oh, you once videoed a family of rats? Yeah, probably.
Oh, there was another thing I've seen where this homeless guy was wrapped up. And the moment he lifted his blanket, just a swarm of rats just scurried away. Just goddamn wave of fur.
Guys, you know what? The only time I've ever seen New York subways be super safe was the movie Warriors. Anyway,
the irony. When you have a bunch of gangs like the Warriors, and it's just the only dangerous thing down there are what is it? The tornadoes, the guys with roller skates.
Yeah. Look. I still want to make that sim game, Subway Living. You're one of the mole people of the subways. You can't leave, and you live in the subways. And because you don't want to deal with all the zombies and all the monsters that are up above the subways, so you live in the subway tunnels and shit. of New York. I swear to God, that would be an amazing game, and people would love playing that. Where you're traveling on the subways and shit, and you're sleeping in the subways in certain areas, and like you could build all these secret subway locations because there are places in the subways that are just abandoned in New York. There's like abandoned subway lines that still to this day exist.
Oh, same thing over in Japan. Some people believe they're haunted.
Yeah, that would be a cool idea of you traveling through, seeing, like we could have some real fun with it.
Oh, that's an interesting Phasmophobia map concept. Is like a train yard.
Yeah, well, there are train yards where they've just bricked up old trains from the fucking 60s, from what I've heard. I've heard so many fascinating tales. Like, so could you imagine a game where the whole idea is you're down in the subways, like not Metro. See, Metro was like not a Metro game, but an actual more interpretive game that actually has something more to do with like, actual people. Here's a video 30 seconds long, eh?
Oh, it's the family of rats.
Oh, okay. All right. Hold on.
I'll check it.
Okay. All right. It's in the feed. Maybe. Hold on. I'd have to. Hold on.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, Bob don't like rats. So.
Well, no, it's not the fact I like rats. I just don't like them when they're like this,
Yeah.
But I understand people got like pet rats and shit.
I have to do a couple things, but yeah.
This
DJ,
looks like some found footage.
Send that to the Discord. I'll actually legitimately put it up.
That was a short video of just nasty rats.
Yeah, nasty rats. Yep. Send that to the video. I'll boot it up.
I'm not opposed to rats. It's just when they're out like that, they're carrying something.
Yep.
It's kind of the same way that people have like gerbils or guinea pigs. It's like, yeah, on their own they're not nasty. It's just when they're home free like that, you don't know what's in their system and what they're gonna pass on to you.
Here. I'll have to send it to the group. We'll have a look at it. Give me a sec, boys. We're gonna get this shit because definitely I want to. Let's see.
I ain't gonna lie, it does look like some found footage you'd find in an ARG.
No, I'm telling you, that'd be an interesting idea for a game where you actually build like this living life in a subway, and maybe having to deal with some stuff. But if you were to actually do something,
imagine a horror game where you have to do like a rat civilization simulator in New York. And you gotta avoid people and exterminators and shit, but sometimes you could trust a homeless man.
Yeah, I could be interesting. All right, so let's show some rats.
Hey, Eris.
Hey, Iris. Welcome.
A picture of a cat followed by a video of a rat.
Some lady was yelling across the tracks that were recording because the flash was on. Fuck off! Like, I know. Well, we got the DJ. We got the thing for we got the video for Karen. The Karen trailers later today. Okay, so don't worry about it. We got you. No. There it is. Okay, so if we drop the kitty cat video, we drop the kitty cat. There we go. All right, rats on the tracks. Let's see what we got here. Oh, look at them go! Look at the little guys go!
Yeah.
Look at the little bastards!
Yeah, like I said, man, I'm not opposed to rats at all. It's just when they're wild like that, you don't want to touch them.
There's a couple of them. One, two.
But at least they're living their best lives the best way they can.
Yeah.
When you realize that even the rats have to pay rent.
I pay rent to bigger rats. Okay. Oh, cool. Thanks for that, DJ.
I'm the giant rat that makes all of the room.
That makes the news. Yeah, I remember that thing. No, thank you for that, DJ. Okay, so yeah, no, there we go with the rats. That's kind of cool. But no, like I said, I still think that'd make a great game. Like if you're to do a game where you actually play a survival game, you don't have to play a survival horror, but you could have it somewhat of a survival. Like this guy's terrified of the upstairs. He won't go up, and he's afraid of all the humans and stuff. You could actually make the humans look dimorphic and like have a really disgusting look to them. And then what you do is you incorporate it. That's a fear. So you live in the subways.
Idea. On top of that, if there is going to be a phobia, make it like megalophobia, where the people are like giant. If it's from a perspective of a rat.
No, don't make it a rat. Don't make it a person. You don't have to do rat.
Okay. So you're talking about like this man who lives in the subway system like a gremlin.
Yeah, because that was a real thing, man. They're called mole people, man. That was a real thing back in the day. And it'd be an interesting thing traveling through the New York subways and seeing what's down there and going to different locations and shit. It could be a really fascinating game, and they can get to like different areas in the subways, and there could be different people down there. There could be other shit down there that we don't know about, like other weird creatures and shit. And they could be like gathering food, going up to the higher subways to get food, panhandle, play guitar and shit, and then you sneak down into the sewers and shit. And you go down to the underground areas, and there's all these interesting locations you can go to.
You could talk to the Rat King.
Yeah, and other people that'll help you with stuff.
You have one of those moments where it's like, in Fallout New Vegas, when you get that one perk, like Wild West or whatever the hell it was called, where you see random shit. As I imagine, in that game, you go to this one area, and it's a random encounter, and you speak to the Rat King.
Yeah, there could be different stuff. Like I said, it'd be an interesting idea, and you could do it in a setting where it acts like it's a medieval setting, even though you're dealing with the drag, and incorporating that the trains are dragons. And his guy's main, yeah.
I still also like my idea of a Civilization game where a Civilization builder playing as a colony of rats in a subway.
There already is one.
There is
one? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But even if there isn't, that's an idea to throw out there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, he's going to skip to the live. Okay, cool. If you want to pop in, DJ, you're welcome to it. All right, so we got ourselves a game to talk about, as Bob's been bugging me for it. All right, Bob.
Damn right, I've been bugging you for it. It's fucking great.
Okay, Klefka, he wants me to play it. I actually got... Well, while I have the name of this game, while Bob's talking about it, I'm going to do something I've been wanting to do here for a sec here. Hold on. Turn that off. Yeah, that's still on. Let us give me a sec here. I'm going to kick on Steam, and I'm going to look this game up because he's been wanting me to have a look at this game.
Yep. Should be $15. Only about 3.5 gigs. Supposedly, it has cross-platform play for all systems. And since it's a recent release, it actually was not out. It was in beta stage earlier. They're going to be receiving updates.
Yeah. Okay, so this game, just giving you a heads up, a bunch of games came up for $0. So I don't mind the, how do you spell this game there, Bob? KL?
KLETKA.
Okay. It came up, and how much memory is this bad boy? That's
it's
my fear.
3.5 gigs.
Is it really that little?
Yeah, it's small.
4 gigs. I get paid tomorrow. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I will. That's low enough.
The real kicker here is there is no PvP. It's up to a 6-person co-op.
Oh, is it only co-op? That's the question.
It is only co-op.
I won't play it. Sorry.
Well, no. What I mean is you could play offline. You could play solo.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, like, for multiplayer, it's co-op. There is no PvP multiplayer, but you can play on your own.
Yeah. Hey, no problem, DJ. Remember, DJ, you'll find DJ Ronnie's link in the description if you want to have a look at DJ's stuff. DJ does some interesting stuff, and like I said, he missed the first Tick Tock conspiracy. I got a couple other interesting ones. I got to keep my ears peeled.
Yeah. But remember that, Chief. You can play this offline. It does not require any online connection whatsoever. You can download the game and play whenever the fuck you damn well please.
Okay, maybe you caught my eye. Maybe you caught my eye.
That was the real thing that I was like, this is perfect.
Yep.
Once I have it on my system, I don't need to worry about an internet connection like most AAA games. Thank God.
Yeah, and I turn off my online gaming most of the time.
One quick moment. Need to use the restroom.
Okay. How's ours doing today? You haven't been able to say much, my friend. What's your thoughts on the idea of the Egyptian god theory that's going around, that people are playing stuff like playing Egyptian music and because their cat's reacting to it? What's your thoughts on that? That they actually think that they're tapping into their ancient wisdom. Any thoughts on that, Iris? You're muted, Iris. Oh, you're just eating a burger. Well, I had a real burger actually recently. I had a triple chicken burger with hot peppers and mozzarella cheese and all three. I had tomatoes on top. Okay. Well, Jay-Z might be looking like a prison mate if you don't know if you've heard the rumor about that. Him in the Diddy files, apparently. So, this might be interesting for Dave.
Right.
Yep. All right, Bob.
Bob is fucking pumped. All right. So,
yep.
I'll start off with this.
Wait. Western body. Oh, like Jason. Looks like a pharaoh. It's bunk? Okay. Western body, if you have more information on what I haven't seen on the Diddy files right now, because I haven't looked up it since he went to jail. If there's any new news, please.
Either that or he was talking about the cat theory.
Oh, the cat theory. It's bunk. Okay. Is either that? No, because I talked about Jay-Z. There's an interesting, because he might be going to jail soon from what I heard. Apparently, he's also in the Epstein file, so this might get interesting.
Yeah. Not to mention, I've seen images of Stephen Hawking wearing a princess dress and makeup. That was cursed.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not going to get into that.
All right, everyone, shush your mouth. It's Kletka time. Kletka is a survival horror game that you could play solo or up to 6 people. They have the Heart of the Gigastructure game mode. They have the Turbo Struck game mode, which is Heart of the Gigastructure, except everything's like critical. And they have an endless mode so far. Now, remember when we were talking about the backroom stuff, Chief? Kletka takes aspects of both the backrooms and a little bit of SCP and sets it in this like Stalker-esque Russia kind of area. Like everything looks like old Cold War Russian propaganda. You're wearing gas masks, and the characters you play as are prisoners, the same way as SCP would use D-class personnel.
Well, that's become a backroom thing now. There's apparently a group that does that.
Okay. What I really like about this, as an initial concept, is not only does it have really crunchy graphics like a PS1, PS2 demake, it also makes it feel like some old game that you just picked up that was made in the Soviet era. Just something about it, and I'm all over it. Kletka is the name of the elevator. We call her Kletka. We assume it's a woman. I don't know. Whenever you enter the elevator, you look up, and it's a giant mouth. And part of the game, as you're descending in levels endlessly until you reach the heart of the gigastructure or whatnot, is you need to maintain Kletka, both with fuel, both with repairs, and also you can upgrade a scanner that allows you to find more items much easier. So it has a little bit of that Lethal Company and Repo put in. Yeah. And each level you go down isn't always set in standard unless I think it's Heart of the Gigastructure, because every beginning in a Heart of the Gigastructure mode is the prison. Yeah. But it's random, non-Euclidean spaces. They could all have their own unique effects. Sometimes enemies are unique in certain areas, but I'm getting a little off track. I should get back to the standard.
Yes.
God, why did I lose my train of thought? Fuck. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the characters. The prisoners you play as. What I fucking adore about your sentence, because you'll have prisoner, number, and then your sentence. This is why you have been sent into this collecta unit, effectively. And each of your sentence is a random perk. So it's like, one of my favorite ones is illegally, possessing 2 spice packets in a cup of instant noodles. It adds 30% luck. It really shows the idea of the area and how, like, you got both chicken and beef in one thing of instant noodles. Well, that's one of your sentences. You're not supposed to have that.
Okay.
Other ones are a bit more brutal, like gnawed a fellow cellmate to the core. You can heal yourself by consuming any meat item, raw.
Okay. So it's a roguelike, but it seems to it does. Okay, here's the question: if playing it by yourself, because you're trying to convince me to pick this game up.
Yes.
So if you're trying to convince me to pick this up, playing it solo, which is something I'm going to more likely do, why would I play this? It sounds like a more co-op game. It's very similar to No Man's Sky. I would actually say No Man's Sky is far superior playing with other people than it is playing by myself. Because playing by myself, I'm bored out of my fucking skull.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
On top of, because I would suggest endless mode as your long time thing, because you keep going until you drop, pretty much. Heart of the Giga Structure is a good start out, because that's the base game mode that they have.
Okay. Because I will play this live. I might even play this live tomorrow. It all depends on how much money I have.
So the game has a mixture of that exploration, you scavenge for shit, and there are some enemies that are more unnerving than others, because everything's somewhat anomalous.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are a little more tame, like prison or the factory. By the way, fuck the factory. That shit is a goddamn labyrinth, and everything looks the same. But there are items that can help you navigate, like spray paint. You could do what the one girl in Labyrinth did, where you could spray arrows and X's. Like the common language me and my buddies use is we use arrows to point back the way to Kletka.
That's multiplayer. Don't keep to the single player. Keep to what you're trying to convince me.
That works as well. It works in single player, and I'm telling you our language, so you can do it yourself.
Okay.
With spray paint, we paint arrows that we know lead back to Kletka, and we paint X's once we secured an entire area, and it's like, this place is clear. There's no need to come down this hallway.
Yeah, so it's similar. It's similar to the old the style I do in Minecraft, where I'll build Inuits. I can't remember what the name of the Inuit little statue boy is, out of stones. What's that called? You know. Anyway, go ahead.
But you get what I'm saying, where you create markers for yourself if you find a can of spray paint.
Yeah.
Some of the weapons are a bit more random, but each one has its purpose. Prime example, wrench can be used to disable mines, because there are random traps laid around the area, because it does have aspects of a dungeon crawler at some points. Like tripwires that are just tripwires attached to mines. They have bear traps laid around the place. You'll run into those pretty early on. But the wrenches also allow you to repair Kletka's gearbox. If you do it without a wrench, you have a set % chance of electrocuting yourself, because you're doing it by hand.
Okay.
Which I think is pretty neat. Rakes can help get rid of slime. What else? Pickaxes can actually mine meat ore when you make it to the flesh mines. Shit like that. Each area has kind of its own little unique thing and tools around the area. Now, I'm going to talk about...
from what I was talking to, talking to a couple. Like, you're not the only one. You're not the only one talking about it. Someone was telling me about the game on building the. Apparently, there's going to be more levels. They're going to be adding more levels.
Yes, that's why I said before I started the review is this game is fresh. We don't have to worry about it not getting updates because the developers said they're getting updates. One of the first things they're actually working on is proxy chat because right now it's not functional for people who do play multiplayer.
See, to me, I'd rather them build more levels than worry about proxy chat. Although it sounds like this.
It's that plus some other things.
Yeah, I know, but from what I've read on the few things, I'm like, yeah, this really doesn't look like it's going to. It's going to be more focused on the on building this for multiplayer, which isn't bad. I'm not, because their other game was Misery, I believe, was the other game that they
not. Don't know.
Because they have another game here called Misery as well that I'm looking at the Steam channel right now. Okay, actually, it looks like another game Bob would want.
Likely, because I'm liking these guys' stuff.
Yeah, hold on. Misery is a 1 to 5 co-op game in a nuclear disaster. Yeah, okay, I have seen this game also. This is their other game that they worked on, and yeah, look up Misery, Bob, when you get a chance. From the same company, because they actually did do this. Yeah, this is the other game they made.
On top of certain things, you will find notes around the area, usually from other convicts. Some of them do have a sense of humor. I took a picture of this one because I thought it was fucking hilarious. If you find a pack of XXX large condoms lying somewhere around here, please know that they belong to me. Consider sending it back to me for a thrilling reward. Return address: Floor 7743, Central Block, Southwestern Cluster, Cell Cluster 13, Cell 742.
Okay.
It's like, some of these notes are great. Other ones are like people in despair. Other ones like that.
Yeah.
Before I get too lost in the sauce. I already talked about the prisoners. Oh, next I will talk about the one thing they actually tell you before you start the game. The Samzabor. Samzabor, which actually is roughly translated from Russian, meaning like a purge event, like how a body cleans antibodies and bacteria out of it. The gigastructure itself that Kleka is in occasionally will have Samzabor events, Samaspor events. What this is get to the fucking elevator and get the fuck out of there. Or if you find a vault door, similar to like a ship bulkhead, they're really big doors, seal yourself inside until the event passes over. Because what is happening to the level is either it's no longer needed, or there's no real reason for it, or it detects you in the gigastructure and it's trying to kill you and emulsify everything else that's inside there.
Okay.
Because the gigastructure is a living thing. And this leads into the next thing. There are curses, that is the name of them. There's different ones. There's the post-Samaspor, which will have a bunch of slime. All the things that were organic or whatnot have been diluted into these slime puddles that are around the area. They reduce your movement. There's really annoying ones that are gray that magnetize you towards them. Those ones are a pain in the ass because the closer you are, the stronger the magnetic pull. There's one where it covers the entire area in snow and frost, and you slip and slide a lot. There's even a chance where your guy will fall on his face. It's very unfortunate if you fall on your face and you land on a landmine. Or go through a tripwire.
It looks very Roblox actually, which is kind of funny because that's how some of those maybe that's what this was originally. Okay.
The ice one is called Chillablane. Winter has arrived, icy surfaces turn slippery, bone-crushing falls are waiting to happen, even the doors freeze shut. But look on the bright side of life, you can make snowballs here and throw them. Disclaimer, yellow snow is not lemon-flavored.
It seems like an interesting. It sounds like an interesting game. I'm not 100% sold. If you better check and make sure if it's if it's multiplayer on if it's cross platform. Because if it's not, it's like oh.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Otherwise, you better find out tonight by the end of tonight, or I will not pick this up. Because it's toss up between that game, Gravity Circuit, and the Circle of the Moon games.
I also do have some quotes from friends of mine that I played with.
Okay. All right. Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to be setting up the Grow Lancer game for tonight, so we can
Yeah.
get started. All right. We're
So-
going to be playing Grow Lancer, boys.
One of them did say starting off is a bit rough, and item durability loss is a little high, which I can't agree with them. Some of the items do fucking snap, especially when you use a wrench to fix Kletka, or whenever you use a wrench to take down a mine. You're easily looking at half durability loss instantly.
Okay.
And outside of a repair kit, there's no real way to repair it. And repair kits can be rare. Another buddy states that this one's kind of a complaint, but it's a fun one. My only complaint, you gotta get everything you need before you sit down because you won't want to get up. It is one of those games that hooks you.
Okay.
And you just want to go to the next level, the next level, the next level. What else is in store? I need to keep going. And,
all right.
And I understand that because there's even anomaly rooms where, besides curses, on the little radar panel, you'll see instead of a dot for a floor, it's a triangle with an exclamation point. These ones are completely randomized, except for, I think, floor 69. Floor 69 is it's something. But there were ones where it's just a subway tunnel with nothing in it, which was a reference to, I believe, Exit 8, which was the Spot the Difference horror game. They do have a ton of references in this game. There was another one where it's a guy sitting at a table dead with a coffee mug surrounded by flames, and obviously it's a reference to the This Is Fine dog.
Yeah.
Other ones are a bit more, I guess you'd say, scary, like the one in space with a giant fucking worm that comes to eat you. And my favorite one's a goddamn dance party with one of the best soundtracks in the game, because you can find cassettes and put them in the radio and stuff, and they're usually like classical things like Mozart, Beethoven, but this one is an absolute fucking bop. It's Pressure by Young Gallagher, I believe the guy's name is. And the one anomaly that's my favorite is this entire party going down with random enemy monster NPCs, and they're all just dancing. It is a fucking party going on in there with a disco ball and shit, lights flashing. It looks like a rave. But I should also hold back, because part of the joy of this game is discovering the new stuff. Like, what is new? Oh, I almost forgot. When I was talking about the mines and dismantling them, my buddy wanted to add this little extra detail. When you step on a mine, that is not the end. If you have a wrench, or if you stay on top of that mine, unless it's a gas mine, it will not go off until you step off of it, because it's a pressure plate. You'll hear the click whenever you step on it. Okay. As long as you can get an angle and you don't move, and you happen to have a wrench or a buddy with a wrench, you can disable the mine and potentially save them. Or save yourself.
Okay, cool. Okay, so Hans is switching up his stuff. Yeah, okay, that's it. Again, better check and make sure that will be the deciding factor. If I can play it with people, if I play it with the boys and other stuff, maybe you may have caught my attention. Okay. Otherwise, no.
This game is so solid, and if you want my honest rating, for $15, a game that's 3 gigs, potentially 4 gigs, this is a solid 8 out of 10 game. I have not put this game down, and my one buddy who was talking about you're going to be there forever. Make sure you get all your food and your snacks because you're going to be there for a while. He's addicted to this shit. He plays both solo and multiplayer.
Yeah. Okay, well, you're welcome to join us, DJ, but we're going to be talking about... We were only talking about that one conspiracy, but you're welcome to talk about a little bit more conspiracies. Because next week we're going to be talking about the train crash, and we're going to be talking about indie games, video games music, because a lot of that indie stuff has been really banging lately. And we kind of want to have fun on that. That's been a fun lately.
Chief.
Yep.
Yes, Kletka is cross-platform, supporting online co-op multiplayer across Steam, Epic Game Store, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation 4 and 5.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome.
PC and consoles, you must use the cross-stable app branch on PC, which I think that's just a PC thing. Nintendo Switch version is planned for later.
Okay. Well, not buying the Nintendo Switch version. There's only a couple games.
I know, but that's what I'm reading up here. Yeah, platforms are supported: Steam, EGS, Xbox, and PlayStation.
Yeah. All right. We can talk about other conspiracies. You want to come on and do conspiracy stuff, my friend? You are fucking welcome, man. We are... Monday Madness is all about the madness, man. You're welcome to fucking come on and have a freaking blast, have a laugh and a half, and get us a good chuckle here. I am all for having a giggle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, 8 out of 10. Fucking solid. Love it.
Yeah. Well, you want to talk about different conspiracies? I got an open book for this. Conspiracies are always welcome on the channel. Despite what Rum Panda thinks. Got up drinking that Kool-Aid. Yep. Well, that's his famous quote. Okay, I gotta go back up and save those people because they're gonna get annihilated if I don't. And there we go. And we have Barrett up here, so Barrett's gonna switch his operational maneuvers there. But no, I'm all for having a blast and having a giggle. So yeah, bring it up, man. You're all to it. Oh, cool. All right. Then on Wednesday, DJ is going to be having... Well, we're going to be talking about Rendezvous with Rama because we're both reading the book. Well,
more like being told. We're being read to.
More listening to an audiobook. We're going to be looking at some old audiobooks coming up. That's going to be the game plan for Space Geeks, old sci-fi. Yeah, you're welcome to it. If you get here, I'm going to be on for a bit. That's not a big deal. If you want to get... we'll be on until about 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight. That's the game plan. Okay, we do not want we do not want death. I'm trying to 100% this game, so... Ice freeze! This actually might do some real damage. And Hans, kill that guy. And her, activate Blizzard again. Yeah, no, we got some fun for that. So yeah, no, No, that'll be fun actually this week. We're gonna Rendezvous with Rama is gonna be a blast, I think, personally. Because I've enjoyed Rendezvous with Rama because it really is a look at how stupid humans are. Oh, we are dumb as fuck. And in that book really does look at how stupid humanity is in a lot of ways, and how even these guys from the future, because everything takes place in the far flung future. It's hysterical to see how humanity's stupidity is literally breeding a level of like we're still stupid. We've traveled the known universe, yet here we are still doing the same stupid shit we were doing before. So yes, I have a good laugh at Rendezvous. And the fun that is Rendezvous with Rama. And there's other Rama books, but we're not going to really get into those Rama books as much as I want to. But it's on the list of things I'd love to do. So. Hey man, if you can't make it, that's fine. We always enjoy a good conspiracy stuff though. I would love to when I get a chance. I have to look into it a little bit more. The whole space fucking the lizard men story stuff has been a fun thing for me. I always love the lizard men story arc stuff. That's always made me chuckle. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's great. It's going to be fun. I think we'll have a blast doing the Rama stuff. Then we got an R.G. Ellison book we're going to be looking at. It's called A Boy and His Dog, where it's about a boy in the post-apocalyptic world hanging out with his psychic dog. That's its own fun right there. Come on. Ah, you didn't kill him. Alright, as much as I want to keep using that spell, she is I need to start activating healing spells because it's we're starting to run into that situation where people are getting hurt way too fast. Oh yeah, I don't know a single sci-fi person that hasn't read Rendezvous, so it's going to be a fun one way or another. And I am a huge fan of that book series. Oh, hello, who just joined us?
Hey, DJ. It is I, LCX. It is I, DJ Ronnie G. I was using her opener line.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew LCX was not a Filipino. It was a guy from New York. Been calling it for years.
You know, during the summer, I've got a tan and I started to look more Filipino for a little while. It's like a Sicilian thing. But no, I'm not in New York. I'm using a VPN. I'm using a VPN on Linux.
Linux, eh?
I'm Filipino here. I don't even want to open that can of worms right now. But like I said, Wednesday we'll have a good powwow. As for you and I don't know what angle you're saying Windows is superior from, but we'll discuss that.
No, I don't think Windows. I actually think Windows is dog shit. I
thought you were making a case that was actually superior. Now I can understand this case where Microsoft does do really well, like with Active Directory, for example. Like that is a very practical thing, and you got to give credit where it's due. So I definitely pick individual things that are positive. I'm not totally against that. I just thought you were making a different case.
Oh no! I actually think Linux is a good operating system for certain things. Both systems have their benefits. The problem is that when you try to play a fucking top-of-the-line video game on it, it's a fight and a half to get it to fucking work.
Well, I don't think so. I agree because if I had a counter to that, or a good counter, I would already be doing that, right? So I think at some point soon I have to test it out, but things have come a long way. It's like I've used Linux multiple times over the years, like where like I had multiple what I call like false starts, where you put Linux on something like in 1999 or 2003 or whatever year it was, and you use it for a little while, and then you give up because like you get stuck with one thing. Like you go, okay, I have a dual boot. I'll give you an example. Like 2003, 2004, I got a dual boot configuration, and I got like back then 40 gigs on Windows or 60 gigs on Windows and like 20 gigs on Linux, let's say. And I want to access the Windows file system from Linux, which is not that hard. But what happened to me one time was like, in fact, it might have been on like a fucking, pardon my language, it might have been on a 1 gigabyte hard drive. So what happened to me was, I did fine. I thought I did fine. I did the commands, I mounted the, C drive, and I was able to access my stuff. But I didn't realize that I wasn't supposed to be writing to that file system, and so eventually, even though it wasn't, I don't think I was writing to the file system, but eventually it corrupted it, and Windows was able to fix it with a check disk or scan disk. So no harm, no foul. But then my brother explained to me, who was a bit more up and up on Linux by then, he had a laptop from Polytechnic University that he pretty much all of his friends in his electrical engineering buddies all over the place, Windows, whatever, Windows XP, or what I think might have been Windows 98. They replaced Windows 98 with Windows 2000 or Linux. And anyway, long story short, my point is...
It was Vista that was the fight everyone was having with at the time.
Yeah, well, that was a valid fight. Really, Vista, well, I guess that's a good one to bring up, but in short, all I had to do was mount it as read-only. But it's like that was one minor obstacle. The general obstacle is typically driver support. Like, you wouldn't have sound and a modem out of the starting gate. And especially if you had like a bunch of old derelict computers you picked from the garbage like I did, you definitely had to like, chase down individual drivers. And today Elle was talking about the idea of recompiling drivers, and while that's an option, it is no longer at all the primary option at all. Like at all. Like today you go to info, like the thing was like, Elle, when you mentioned a sound issue, yeah, I get it. Like Windows is very good for like, you install it and you're up and running. I get that, I really do, because like that's why I used it. But it's not a good condiment. In my opinion, it's not I don't think it's a reason. Well, I wouldn't say unreasonable, but I think it's a dubious condemnation when you have that one-off sound issue, because while that can happen on any machine, and while maybe that same machine running Windows probably wouldn't have that problem, if it did have that problem, I know I wouldn't be hearing a complaint about it being Windows' fault. It would just get solved. But Elle did solve it. Now, that said, like, when she really, in my opinion, and I'm not saying I would do this, I'm saying if I had that same problem, I would deal with it. I wouldn't blame Linux. But if I was really, like, concerned about an issue like that after installing Linux, I would have done what I do on Windows. So even when I installed Windows 7 back in the day, Windows 7 was the first Windows where drivers just kind of felt like they came with it. Like all the basic.
It also had a lot of backup stuff. Okay. I will get to the Linux thing in a sec. I gotta pee, but I do.
Yeah, but I mean, definitely want to hear your thoughts, and I can give you the tie-in why I brought that up, the Windows 7 and the drivers. Yeah, so Bob, how you doing, buddy? And Oris, you're there too, aren't you?
Don't know where Oris went, if he's still here.
Yo,
I'm still here.
Did you see HOC's new videos?
Whatever is happening, I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
Oh, you know about Windows? You know about Windows, Oris? You've been using Windows. I mean, you've been having some reboot crashes. It seems like OBS is running a little more reliably for you this week. A couple weeks ago, you had a lot of, you had one stream where you rebooted like 3 times or something, restarted OBS.
Okay, so here's the thing about Linux.
I didn't even get to say anything.
Okay, Linux is an
I was asking Oris about his but yeah, please do it.
Okay, I don't love Windows. I think Windows is actually an inferior product. I also, unfortunately, have a love-hate relationship with Linux. There was one time there was going to be a system. I was there back in the day when people were talking about making Linux. I remember people talking about stuff.
1994 or earlier, like around that time when like it was first like being floated on Usenet.
Well, like I never did any program, but I remember when people were talking about this shit on the normal fucking messengers back in the day. oh, we need to No, I remember people talking about making an alternate system. That was something people, like, that was being brought up.
Unix was licensed to AT&T. You had to give big money to AT&T for Unix. And while BSD was really cool, they wanted a different licensing thing, and Linux decided to go and make a clone of Unix, basically.
Yeah. And basically, like I said, original Microsoft DOS is basically just an amalgamation of an older system that they put together. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah, I can give you the full history. Not the full, but I can tell you exactly. There's a reason I have.
Let's wait.
Let's save that. Let's save that. It's a good story though, but I'll save it. Yeah, no, I don't. It doesn't even have to be told tonight.
I'd love to talk about the Netscape shit that happened back in the day when
that's the thing. Like, it goes back to Gary Kildall, and if Gary Kildall didn't die in a bar fight in 1994, I would have paid good money to have that man at the Department of Justice, hearings. I would love to have seen Gary Kildall, the creator of CPM, testify. That would have been fucking beautiful.
That would have been fucking beautiful. I agree. But anyway, Linux back in the day. We're going to be going into stuff, boys. I understand it's going to be, some people are going to be like, what the fuck? Now, the way you use Linux, the way Linux can be used now, and the way I have been using Linux has always been the same thing. Okay, I need a system to bypass Windows fuck up. I find
you can do data backups, or like you mentioned before, resetting a password.
Yeah. I need to fix Windows fuck up. That is the only time I have used Linux in the last 20 years. I haven't used it since, and I don't do much. And I haven't done much with the operating stuff. Like, dude, it's been since 2017 since I've actually done any programming. Period. I am so out of date. I am gone on another atmosphere when it comes to operating systems now. Like the new stuff with like, and you've got to keep up to date on some level, or a lot of that old shit.
I have seen the event.
Honestly, I think you can catch up pretty quickly, but things got weird. Like Android was like a thing I had to get a refresher course from some kid at my old job, just to be like, so what's the state of affairs now? How does this Android thing work? Oh, you close notifications to help your battery? Oh, interesting. Like, just give you a quick example. But Linux hasn't changed a lot. I mean, like, fundamentally, it hasn't changed a lot. Like, they do a couple of things here and there. They'll have, like Ubuntu is always, like, pushing a new window manager or something, like this thing called Wayland, and people are just like, this other shit works fine, and yada, yada, yada. And it's like, then sometimes they solve some weird issue, and then it gets put into the main branch, and then other Linuxes adopt it. But it's a diverse, like, that's the beauty of Linux, that you have a lot of choice. That's also probably why, like, it's not better for the average user. But you said so you primarily use it for fixing, but where you going? Like, I'm sure you had a detractor or some kind of, criticism about it. Like, what do you got?
Oh, my detraction is that if you're trying to do modern day mundane stuff like what we're doing right now, like live streaming, or even just playing what I'm playing right now, Windows is the far superior product at this very moment. And Windows, for me, I do not want to fight everything. I can grab and go. That is what I'm looking forward to.
I generally agree, but like that's like one of the things that evolved. So years ago, I had to fight literally everything. It was literally everything. And then like by 2008, it was like you were no longer fighting everything. You still had to go to a few steps to install a Wi-Fi driver, but and when you don't know what Linux, you don't know anything about Linux, so you don't know like what the package manager is. You don't even know what commands. I remember I was setting up Wi-Fi, and like I was just literally copying and pasting commands at the time. Like I had, like today I would at least understand what these commands are doing. At the time I had no idea like what I was doing. I was adding VPOs to the command line right off the bat. That's a mystery. I didn't realize like if I simply read the command, I would see that I'm adding a URL to a text file. It's like, okay, that actually makes sense in the Windows metaphor. But if you don't know that, or you're not looking for that, or you don't know to, like that, like this is, and then sometimes you follow instructions in the store app, they tell you to go to the graphical package manager, and it's like, it would be a list of repos in a GUI, like sort of like Cydia on an iPhone unlock, and it was the same thing. It was like, just like the command line. But if like someone explained it to me like that and said, oh, this is equal to this, I probably would have learned it a lot quicker. But the thing is, like you mentioned gaming, and so the main thing was like streaming, not a problem really, but video editing. I can't just run Adobe Premiere on Linux.
There's 10 steps on Linux, then there is goddamn fucking 2 steps on Windows. Like again, for the computer illiterate, it's not worth using. For most average people, Windows
Oh yeah,
is
absolutely. I would not. That's so. Like, I think like that's where the debate falls apart. It's like, I'm not trying to sell Linux to anybody, but like, you know, if you don't want to use it, that's your choice. Like, I'm never gonna judge someone for using Windows. I only give them a hard time if they keep judging Linux, despite me not selling it to them. But like, you know, I think we'll have a productive discussion.
Dude. My favorite thing with Linux is it's one of the best. If you want to run a multi system, where you're running multiple different servers and you're running it as a backup, or if you're using it as a smooth wall. I don't know if you know what a smooth wall is, but
well, yeah, it's like that app that like filters the internet traffic for you or something.
Yeah. It's basically a dedicated computer for virus software, which God damn it, government organizations need to start fucking doing. Sorry, but I didn't mean to main Americans' weapon systems are goddamn being run by Windows 7. Anyway, I apologize. I don't mean to get angry about the fact that, you know, America's that stupid. But no, a smooth wall.
China is stupider still. Although actually, I think they started using Linux, ironically enough, which is a good move.
Actually,
what systems are running Windows 7 in particular? Is it like just bureaucrats, or is this like what do you give me? Like, is it a Patriot missile system? Like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't know this, but I'll look into it.
There's several systems that were apparently woefully under maintenance and run. And the idea of the reason a smooth wall is so useful. The reason a smooth wall is so useful for most people is that you want to have a wall. You want to have that ability to legitimately run a system where the system you have a backup. Basically, this guarantees they're not getting into your OS, because if they try to get into your OS, good fucking luck. I would rather have more of that than what's been going on lately with the other stuff, because that's my big fight over OSs and operating systems and stuff. A smooth wall is the idea that this will basically spend the entire time. It does slow your stuff down a little bit, but it's designed to operate in multiple stuff. So I would see someone using Linux with a bunch of operating systems. That would be that's how you kind of run the game. Like that's how you if you're running also a server, it's really good for servers. Again, it's a great way to bypass.
Yeah, it's great for servers. I containerize things, because that's another problem with Linux, was that if you do run a server, you have to install something that has dependencies. Sometimes you break something and then you wouldn't know how to undo it, so you have no choice but to reinstall. Now, reinstalling was sometimes not that bad, because you just put the files back in the same folder and there's no registry, so sometimes it would just work. But the problem was, like, that's why I use Proxmox, which is like has a container system where like you use a web GUI to basically like add and, you know, manage that stuff. So now you got like a front end. You're not using Docker, but it's like Docker but better. Now, you mentioned desktop PC, but like the gap is closing. Like I said, like now just because the sound works out at starting gate. I gave you that Windows 7 analogy because things worked out at starting gate, but sometimes you would have some weird issue where the surround sound wouldn't work, or it wouldn't detect when you unplug your headphones or something like that. And so when that happened, like, you would have to just go to the Dell website, give it the model number of your computer, download the driver, and of course,
don't be concerned.
Then it's a good thing. It is not a simple matter to retrieve, so don't fool yourself.
You know, just give you like a Linux driver. So then you got to go to the website of whoever makes the actual hardware.
Okay, we got you again.
So,
okay, for
the gap has been closing very, 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 much. Did a package come here? Okay, no package. I'm sorry.
No.
I gotta check with my neighbors real quick. I gotta. Hey, how you doing? By any chance, you guys get a package? I know sometimes they throw my packages in different mailboxes. Okay, no worries. Thanks. You guys. Yeah, that works for me. You know, like, you'll see my name, Ronald. Just say Ronald on there, you know. All right, cool. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
Okay, so I get what you're saying, DJ, on that level, and I get window, like I said, but my pet peeve will always be that, like, that's my only big pet peeve with the OSs. Did we lose GJ? Is he like?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I thought I was on mute. I'm sorry. I was just checking with my neighbors, make sure my package didn't end up in their mailbox. Sometimes, you know, I got this Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, and the UPS postal shit says in mailbox. that shit is not in the mailbox. So it's
gotta
like
love that, eh?
some mailboxes don't have the door on them, which is good because I can just literally check the mailbox without opening it. But I don't want to touch anyone's mailbox, so I'm checking it on their doorstep, like, you know. So I'm just checking neighboring houses to see if there's like a box with my name on it on someone's random stoop. But this is why I made a big deal about putting fucking address numbers on the goddamn house. I was like, dude, like, you know, and then we put these stickers on the fucking mailbox post, and then the 0 falls off. So it says, like, it's missing a number. It's like, okay, well, yeah, you can still figure it out, but it's like, damn, I need to put numbers on the fucking siding, yo.
Yeah. You gotta love it when it happens. I get where you're coming from. I do get where you're coming from. This has happened to me way too much over the years, and it's really, really fucking annoying. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it all the time.
It might even be at the post office, which is the funny part, because that sometimes happens too, where they just don't deliver it, but they mark it delivered. So then now you're sitting there trying to figure. I'll check my camera. That's what I do.
Yeah, I don't. Most of the time, unless you've been having thief problems, you should be fine. But you never know. I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah, you know, it's just like super lame. That the package can't just like, you know, be where they said it would be. Yeah. I got the stupid screen protectors, and I guess it's at the post office, but I don't know, whatever, you know.
Doesn't say.
Of course not.
Yeah, we got you, man. No, it's fun dealing with the bullshit of the general bullshit that some people like to pull off with the with dealing with different stuff. I've also had people steal the most interesting things off some people. How even?
Oh yeah, sometimes you'll get like a really mundane item and that'll disappear. Like one time I got I had to order a drug test before a drug test so that I can make sure I passed it, and like luckily I just came knocking. And they were like, "Oh yeah, we got it right here." And I was like, "Okay, cool, thanks." And it worked out for me. You know, but you know, I'm hoping that's just like one of these bullshit situations where it's gonna be here tomorrow and that they just marked it, whatever. But it's super inconvenient. It's fucking Samsung. Like they said they're sending my phone back unrepaired, so I buy a new phone. And then Samsung emails me today. Like they say they're sending it back unrepaired. They give me a tracking number. That's the tracking number I sent it to them with. So it's like this ain't even the tracking number that matters, right? And then they send me a text today and go, "Oh, give us a call back so we can, you know, this is the exchange team. We can give you a deal or something like that." And it's like they said it like in a nice way, but it almost sounded like I have a feeling they took apart my phone, broke it, and then can't put it back together the way they got it. So now they're hoping that I'll just be doing a trade-in. And if the deal was sweet, maybe I'll do it. But I was willing to just take the phone back, order the part myself, and do that feature, and then fucking figure out what to do from. But like, so I ordered this phone for convenience.
Yeah,
it's
but
only come tomorrow technically, but you know, the app says it's here today. So yeah, of course. And like, you know, like I knew that once they took a week or two to even get me to order, they couldn't get the part. I said, okay. They literally said, waiting to get the part within 7 days. They could have said we should. No, they said we will have the part within 7 days. That was the crazy part. We will have the part within 7 days. And then they emailed me saying they're sending it back unrepaired. I think they might have like even lost it before shipping it back, and now they're just trying to like, you know, save face. And when I called the person on the phone, they're either gonna read me the notes and tell me that, or they're gonna be really cagey about the details and hope that like I go for whatever.
Yeah, which is bullshit. Which is something you shouldn't have to do.
But like, I might go for the bullshit if they give me like $1,000 phone for $500, I'll do it. But this Note 20 is like the last good phone with a SIM card, SD card on it. An SD card. It's the last good phone that had SD card. But yeah, you're right. I mean, especially if I was like really, like, you know, I had no other phone. If I didn't have another, I'm clearly on the phone right now. But yeah, you know, still play by ear. But no, conspiracies. I mean, there's so many, but like my coworker keeps bringing up the moon landing because he saw a video about Artemis, and you know about the Artemis mission, Artemis 2?
Yes.
So they had like they do this thing called a wet rehearsal, where they fill up the fuel tank to verify that they can actually fill it up with liquid hydrogen, because liquid hydrogen is very leaky. So you really got to test it out, and the real problem was they had to change some gaskets. And that was all they really had to do, but because of the delay, they now have to wait till like the next launch window. But of course, some people, when they talk about it, like I said, a libertarian guy, Like, oh, you know, they're going to even though we supposedly went there already, and they're trying to insinuate that because we already went to the moon, why would it be difficult to do it now, or something like that? And it's like, at least, you know, do a little research. Like, everything's documented, like how they built it. And I know you could build a rocket and launch it into orbit and not go to the moon, but like, it's such a powerful rocket. You wouldn't build a rocket just to go nowhere. And it's like, I think some people just want to not believe it. And that's fine, but like, don't act like your reasons are valid. Because like, my friend, like even when I give him valid counterpoints, he's like, oh, but the precision. I'm like, what about the precision? Like, you just gotta know what angle to point the rocket, and for how many seconds to have the, you know, thing burning, and it'll do the thing to get to the right place. Like, it's really, orbital mechanics is not that complicated. And like, when you look at the engineering that went into building the rocket, like the F1 engine uses like 1,000 gallons of kerosene a second. And like there's 5 of them, and they're very interesting engines. Like they have something that's like they have a turbine in there that's as powerful as like 5 helicopter engines. And a turbine's like a mini jet engine, and they use that turbine to pump the kerosene from the big tank. The tank pressure alone won't get it into the tank, so they have to pump it. And it's like everything that they did is done for a reason. It's all documented, and it's like, then people would say this other thing. They'll say that, here's a conspiracy theory. We lost the technology, and then when they hear that, or once somebody hears some variation of that statement, that's usually the thing that the conspiracy people, the moon hoaxers, will parrot and repeat. And then other people would think it sounds reasonable, that it's weird, that it's wrong, that how could we lose the technology? That's insane. And it's like, well, we didn't exactly lose the technology, but it's like once you close the assembly line down, the people who have the notes on the individual engines, which are analog engines, like there was no digital, you know, pump control. They had to like manually, like basically like put like little plates in. They had these holes in the engine that like, there's like 1,000 holes in the middle of the engine combustion chamber, like fuel injectors. And if you have an engine that's putting out more flow than you want, you block some of these holes with these little metal rings or metal plates that go into the hole, and then you test it. And then once you get the engine on the static test stand and put out the right amount of flow, you do that to the other engines. So some engines, because like, you know, maybe the pipe was machined a little wider, or maybe the welding joint was a little bit narrower, they all work a little differently. So you basically need to get the engines to put out like equal amounts of force, so that when you throttle them up and down, they all behave the same. And then once you have that part figured out, you assemble your rocket. But like, there's a lot of individual considerations that go into it. And the thing is that like, the Saturn V F1 engine, it's just not something you can scale up. It required a lot of handcrafting involved in that process. So while space shuttle engines, they are a little bit more easily mass produced. Like they use, you know, more scalable methods. And so like, we look at what Elon's doing, and that's literally what he did. Like he went with the Russian method, used multiple smaller engines instead of like a handful of big engines. And in order for that to work, he had to, you know, basically do what Ford and General Motors did, you know, the assembly line process, and that speeds things up a lot. So I don't know, like, do you guys think there's any valid or harder to counter, you know, arguments against the moon landing being real?
My biggest complaint with the moon landing, the theory that the moon landing is not real, has always been the thought process that, if you're to pull this off, you're pulling off one of the biggest scams in human history. It is fundamentally, mankind, the Americans wanted this and that and this. I'm like, yeah, but that is the biggest scam in human history by far. There's nothing else that could fucking top doing that. And that's the legitimate truth of the matter. There is no you're not walking away from that at that point. Like we are talking about humanity stepping into a level that isn't seen at all in our society. Like at that point, I love the idea that we have people who actually believe that humanity would go to this length. I'm like, okay, great. You're going to go to such an extreme length that you'll never see it ever again. It's like, there's a reason why we don't go to the moon. Do you know the cost alone in like, if you just look at what humanity's doing right now for money and how we've inflated society, you would have to have us willing to fucking literally throw a large portion of cash, resources, just to do this. And I don't think there's anyone in the country right now that exists that would legitimately want to do this right now. Right now, as it stands, the way humans are, the way we are as people, it's just not happening. The space race would never, and that's the thing. Don't think
there is a motivation, but there wasn't a motivation for the past 30 years. It's only now that a lot of innovation has occurred that it's even possible. And I think Elon was always planning to do the moon, but he wanted to shoot for the moon, shoot for Mars, and then if you don't make your goal, you'll get shoot for the stars, and if you don't make it, you'll get the moon, and sort of shoot for Mars, and then because realistically Mars is totally an impractical thing to get done by 2027. That's just insanity right there. But the moon, I mean, it's expensive. Like you said, why didn't anyone go back since 1970, 78 or 76? And like you said, it's ungodly expensive. The Saturn V especially was ungodly expensive. And if you don't use the Saturn V, if you can't build the Saturn V because you close down the assembly lines and the machines that the workforce is retired, the machines that we use, they had some interesting machines. They had a welding machine that would braze the combustion chamber of the F1 engine in one shot. It had to have a vacuum. And it had to do some kind of arc welding, and had to do it all in one shot, which is a machine that had to be the size of nearly 2 stories. That's a big machine. So you got to store that machinery, and the government doesn't necessarily have the Indiana Jones warehouse for these things. They got to liquidate things sometimes and scrap them. And so once you scrap them, now you got to redo all the stuff. It costs a lot of money to rebuild that assembly line. So what motivation would there have been from 1980 to 2005 to go to the moon? And nobody, like you said, everything you said was right. That there was literally, even now, almost now, there was nobody who had the money and the, like you said, the cost benefit. There just wasn't a benefit to do it. Tax dollars not going to happen. People are going to say spend it on welfare or something else. Usually people say that we should spend it here, and realistically, there's a lot of things that space flight does, but it's very hard to justify 5% of GDP, which is what the Apollo program is costing.
Yeah, exactly. You're just not going to get the same cash. You're not going to get the same registration. You're not getting the same money for it. And like I said, at this point, you're looking at billions of dollars to make it to the moon. It's just never going to happen with the people that are in power right now. I think Trump, if Trump could basically say fuck it, use his own resources and sell a lot of shit, maybe. But right now, there's no one in the market that wants this. There's no one in the market that wants to try. Trump has tried multiple times to try to get us to get back to the moon project.
Well, no, they're doing it right now. They're working on it for real. And the thing is that Artemis is not the answer. Artemis can get us to the moon at 10 times the cost of a Falcon Heavy rocket. And some people would act like SpaceX is not that far along, but every time they set out to do the impossible, they usually figure it out, no matter how many people say it's impossible. And I remember Mechazilla, the idea of catching a booster at the launch tower, first landing the boosters was hard, and then they made that look easy. They do it every fucking day. They're launching Falcon 9 rockets, and then they're landing the boosters either at Kennedy Space Center or in Texas, or on the water on a barge, and they are reusing that. And I've seen boosters that got used upwards from 10 times. That's 10 rockets you didn't have to start from scratch with. That's a large amount of savings. And on occasion, a customer like the NRO, National Reconnaissance Office, will ask for an expendable payload, but then they're paying a premium. But that's the key, is bringing the cost down is a huge thing, and Elon did it. And now the Falcon Heavy, it's not ready for prime time yet, but it's been doing the tests, and every time they break it, they do learn something. And that's been SpaceX's thing. They've been breaking rockets and learning from it. So it's seeing that they had a rocket test fail, it's and saying that that's a setback. It's really not. It's they're not going to get to the goal as quickly as you would like, maybe, but they keep learning shit. They keep doing it. They got this rocket. They caught it in the tower. First time they were going to crash into the ground. Elon was 3 seconds away from or his team was gonna 3 seconds away from crashing into the ground, and then they decided, let's go for it because they could do it. And then Trump was watching, and he's all oh my god, this is awful, what is Elon doing? And then he saw it catch the boost, and it was just mind blowing. It's a great video. But point is, next step, of course, they're gonna launch some Starlink satellites on that rocket, and then that's going to prove that they can get it into orbit. And then once they do that, then you got to get to the next step. Now, the refueling is the weirdest part right now. That's like the biggest impossible. I think a lot of people who don't believe it's possible, they're at least coming from a reasonable place, because it truly has never been done before. But I think they'll lick it, because recently they updated the plan. They're not going to link 2 rockets together. They're going to start with like a little station that's going to act as a pumping facility. So they'll launch the station, and the idea is that you only have to dock the rocket that you're refueling once. Because that was a big risk. If you have to dock and undock like 10 times, that's a big risk. So you dock it with the station once. Then every time a tanker comes up, it just has to dock with the other end of the station. And the reason that's important to have the station is because with cryogenic fuel, like liquid hydrogen or even liquid oxygen, you got to keep it cold. And so having a power source, like a station would have a power source, that's how you do that. So, I mean, I think we are closer than ever before, and that we really do have a legitimate path. So the trick is for, like, us to send American astronauts from the government there. They're going to be riding on a SpaceX rocket. At best, they'll send Artemis there just because they already built it. But, like, it'll dock with a lunar lander from a private company.
So so my thing is with this is if we're gonna go that deep with that, I'm in a lot of agreements with you. But my thing is with this is that we need to really take in consideration, like, I would love to see it, but right now I'm not sure with the way society's operating that if you were to say we're going to the moon, a lot of people would be like, why?
Well, if it's a private endeavor and it's done at a fraction of the cost, then it doesn't matter what they say.
That is the only reason that it's even being allowed to be, like, pursued.
That's fair.
Like I'm being honest. I'm being painfully honest. It sucks, but that's the sad fact. I hate that. Like, I really do think that America doing this again, or any country going out of their way to pull this off, would be a boom to any society. But, like, until we can build a space station on the moon, I don't think anyone gives 2 fucks. And if that's the case, I think we're in a problem.
If you land a Falcon Super Heavy on the moon, you can. They're going to basically have so many variants of the Falcon Super Heavy, and some of them are going to be potentially designed to land on their belly, and that makes a nice horizontal habitat. So what you see concept art that looks insane. Like I remember when they showed the first like concept art for the Falcon Super Heavy, the tower looked beautiful, but it didn't look practical. It just looked like something that you were doing in 3D rendering. And then when they built the real deal, you literally have something that looks practical. Now, for landing on the moon, I remember the concept art for Falcon Super Heavy was like it would land vertically, and then you would have like this cable elevator thing, which looks like if it broke, you're climbing like 60 feet or some insane amount of feet. So that's just impractical. And so landing on the belly is definitely the bright call there. Now, the other problem with landing on the moon is when you're using a big rocket, you're going to kick off a lot of dust. So one of the weird things that I don't know like how far along they are on this part, but this is like one of the other never done before parts that's insane, is they have to like spray something, like they have to actually have something like that they can inject into the exhaust that will like coat or turn the ground into glass, and then they can land on that. So that's pretty wild right there. But the biggest thing like that I found interesting was like, and this is where the conspiracies come back. We had like a couple unmanned missions that failed, or at least one unmanned mission that failed from America. And basically the lunar lander, the unmanned lander like tipped over. And what it comes down to is you got that 5-second delay, 2-second delay. But you also have like basically why Apollo landed on the moon successfully is because you had a man at the helmet. And I remember Apollo 11, they thought they had a clear landing zone because they filmed it at 60 kilometers up. And then when I got there, it was like, oh shit, there's a lot of boulders here. And the guy was down to like 30 seconds of fuel. And if whoever is landing the lunar lander got down to the last of the 30 seconds, there's like, once you get to 0, you have to abort because that's where you have enough fuel to still get yourself out. And that required a man on site. So an unmanned lander, apparently, I'm surprised they didn't figure out how to get an unmanned lander to detect the rocks. You would think like maybe it's because they did a low cost option. They weren't using radar. They probably just used cameras. But I think you really need to have like, something that can actually see 3D obstacles below it,
little.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. So, yeah.
Okay, so that's the thing. Again, back to conspiracies. Again, it's the same thing with the space station. What's happening with the space, like people don't seem to give a fuck about the space. Like they just don't care, and it's really fascinating to me. We are putting people up there for almost up to a year in space. Mm-hmm. No one thought that was sci-fi for fucking over what? Longer than I would say even 80 to 90 years. And humans don't really seem to want to give a fuck about that option, and it just kind of fascinates me that there's this idea.
That happened during Apollo too, when people after Apollo 11, people thought it was mundane, and they just stopped giving a shit, and they stopped watching, and the ratings are down. That was a factor as to why the Apollo application program didn't get far.
So the only way you're ever gonna people will notice if you legitimately have somebody, like if someone pulls it off. Otherwise, I don't think anyone gives a fuck. That's the sad. It's gonna be that. It's gonna be that attitude right now, and I hate it. And I hate that this is what's going on with our systems and our like nowadays. It's just the way it is. And like most military ideals and stuff, if you ask a military person, hey, you want to join the Space Force. Bob, you want to join the Space Force?
Sorry, I phased out until you mentioned my name.
The Space Force doesn't send astronauts up. They launch spy satellites and stuff and GPS.
Yeah, I know. I say, hey, Bob.
I was to say, I heard my name because ever since you started talking about whatever the conspiracy stuff is, I phased, what was that, like half an hour out?
So, Bob,
you guys talked about Linux or something, and then they got on the space, and I was like, man, I'm just listening to music. I'm just gonna vibe right now. But okay, so you're talking about Space Force?
We're talking about how a lot of people now don't give a fuck about landing anything on the moon. Now there seems to be this mentality of hatred against the moon, the idea of the moon forces and stuff like that. And I said, if you ever asked a military man about this, what the thought process would be about the moon and stuff, and it's just like, I'm fascinated by the machine that is humanity when it comes to this. But let's be on.
Are you asking me a question, or are you going to go on another tangent?
No, I'm going to go on another tangent. No, back to what I was saying. I was asking if you wanted to join the Space Force because you asked. I'm just giving you a recap.
Okay. Would I join the Space Force? Fuck no. Mostly because I do not have the brain power to be bothered for such a thing. I am a very simple creature. And also the Space Force is a branch of the Air Force. No, I don't like being associated with such tomfoolery.
Yeah.
All right, I'd rather have all the gay jokes of being a sailor than having the title of fucking Chair Force. Get the fuck out of here.
Angel. They're called angels. The Space Force people are called angels.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, angels, because I got fucking soft hands.
This is what I'm saying. It doesn't, literally, that kind of proves the point. People have no care about this right now.
Yeah, I could tell you why we don't have care, if you let me get to the next part.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is because right now we're doing probe stuff. We're not doing anything big.
Probes are
now, if we start moving on to something big, then okay, we're actually gonna do something with this. We're not just doing throwing fucking paper planes into space. All right. Then I'll have my attention thrown towards there. Until then, it's a bunch of nerds just fucking around on monkey bars.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, DJ. They need to put a motherfucker on the moon and create a settlement. That will wake motherfuckers up. That will actually...
I think we're getting there. And you're right. The interest won't be there before we do that. So it's ironic because, you would think that the interest isn't there until you do the deed, but you don't get to do the deed until you have the interest. But luckily, thanks to the cost reductions, I think it's gonna happen. And then here's a great thing. Once we do it, we might get an economy on the moon. We might get a lunar economy overnight. Now, I don't know exactly what a lunar economy would consist of, but once there's a capability that can actually bring people there, then maybe there will be private passengers. Like companies will send passengers to do experiments, but like you say, like someone's got to bring the stuff there first to prove that it's there and that there's a destination.
Yeah. Although DJ, I gotta say something right now. After Bob just zoned out after we talked about this, oh my God, you are going to hate Rendezvous with Rama.
Oh, I read on Rendezvous with Rama.
No. Bob is going to be doing a Rendezvous with Rama. He's reading it. He's doing the audio stuff for it.
Oh.
To fucking hate Rendezvous with Rama. I've just come to that conclusion. Oh, this is going to be an interesting conversation once he's done. He is going to be so mad of 8 hours of his life that he's going to want back.
Maybe not. Like I said, I'm only into like 4 chapters, but it's also because you guys are having your talk. I'll let you have the room, and then it's just like, oh fuck, you still going? Shit, okay.
Okay.
Not even my review of Kletko went on this long. Shit.
Okay, so back.
And I knew I had to cut it short. There was so much more I could talk about, but I was like, no. Part of the enjoyment is the discovery in that game, so I'll stop.
Yeah. Okay, so back to stuff that Bob will get bored of.
Good news. My phone's not lost. I was looking at the wrong tracking number. That was the screen protectors. The phone is coming on Wednesday. Back to you.
Oh, that's good. Okay. So so Bob, we gotta have fun with Bob one more time. We're gonna talk about another conspiracy. Lizard people. How much do you know about the lizard people?
Well, one was in charge of Facebook.
I'm still in charge of Facebook.
No, you're not.
Yeah, he is.
Am I thinking of the right guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy that eats bread weird.
Yeah. But I know David Icke went on like what was it? Not Piers Morgan, the other guy, the Australian talk show, I think, and he's the American talk show.
Zuck.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Fucking that guy.
The zucchini. The Zuckerberg.
Yeah. I can't.
The guy who started doing judo and now he's like a different motherfucker. It took him
Craig Ferguson?
No, Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg.
Oh, Zuckerberg. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that's the lizard man.
Yeah, the lizard man. That's the one.
The
one that doesn't blink.
Goblin.
The one that doesn't blink, according to a lot of people.
Then he married into the Chinese Communist Party. I mean, never mind.
Never mind. Yeah, don't say that.
I don't know if that's true.
So you can marry into that?
There is a lot. Zuckerberg himself. We could actually just have a conversation on the stuff that Zuckerberg could. Like apparently Zuckerberg was on a bunch of lists and stuff. He's done.
I still laugh at the one meme about Zuckerberg when he tried making that like VR office space chat room thing. Somebody edited it to where it's like, oh, I could show you a new thing. And he just has like D tits. And then this lady's like, oh wow. It leads back into the lizard person thing where it's like, yes, humans like these mounds called breasts. I shall possess them, so they like me more.
Yep. It's interesting with the Zuckerberg lizard man, but in general, like Hillary Clinton's apparently a lizard person. Not Donald Trump. Who's the other one that I remember hearing was a lizard person recently? There was a couple of people that I heard was a lizard person, but there's been quite a few lizards.
Kanye's been exposed to them.
Yeah, Kanye West. There's a lot.
Well, I'm not saying he is. He was exposed to the lizard people and had some trauma.
It messed him up. There's a lot. So,
he ran into a cognito hazard. That's why his music's so different.
Yeah. That's why I haven't. I wanted to talk about it when we actually had time. But I think
I wonder where all that time went. Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna have to research. We're gonna have to research it a little bit. Hey, I DJ on that was fun because like DJ took a second thing. So did you?
My review wasn't. I'm hurt.
Yeah. That actually took like a couple things. So DJ, I got to ask you a big question. Did you look into the second moon theory? Did you actually look into that or no?
Well, it's not. It depends on which one you're talking about. Because I know of a second moon, but it's more like a clumping of objects, and one of the larger ones on the other side of the, cislunar orbit. But is it similar to that?
No.
Say, wait a second. If we're worried about a second moon, what about fucking Jupiter over there, who has like 14?
Okay,
Oh,
the
yeah.
rumor is
It has like it has like 4 big ones and like 40 small ones. Some of them are like asteroids.
Yeah, who gives a fuck if the Earth has a second moon? I'm more worried about that greedy bastard over there.
Yeah. Yeah. So the theory is, according to a couple people I've talked to, there's apparently a second moon hiding behind our other moon, and the reason we don't see this other moon is because legitimately the moon is like just out of our reach of being able to be seen. So it's just that little bit just before our moon we can actually see something. It's right off our peripheral.
All right, hand over the crack pipe. Give it.
Yeah, that's it. Like, so I thought maybe it would just be like it wasn't reflecting enough light. But are you saying it's like hidden behind the moon?
Yes, it's hidden behind the moon. That is the theory.
Oh god. Does this tie into Nibiru at all?
A what?
Nibiru.
Nibiru.
You know, Nibiru is a brown dwarf star that is it's allegedly in our solar system, and it is going to cause a cataclysm in either 2014 or my calendar was not basically leap year, so 2016.
Yeah. I know it is Planet X. So for a second there, I was like, what? Okay, no. I know what you're talking about.
I'm about to say, the one SCP that's a giant space woman is more believable than a second moon.
That's so cool. That sounds cool.
Oh, dude, the giant space woman, she's like jet black, has all the zodiac signs tattooed all over her that glow. And apparently what she does is monitor space and acts like Big Brother for Earth for other space anomalies in the SCP Foundation.
Sweet. Yeah. At least she has a job. A lot of these SCP things are fucking elder.
Oh, she's fucking massive too.
And is she hot?
She cannot fit on Earth. That's how big she is. She's like fucking Galactica from
Is she hot?
Marvel.
Is she hot? Like, is she ugly? Like, does she look like a real mermaid? Like, real mermaids are ugliest thing, or is she like a hot lady?
Well,
we're talking about a giant, dark, beautiful woman that monitors space and watches over us. All right.
Dude, that's hot. So she got
the woman is Mount Everest is like a fucking cupcake to her.
So her boobs are like the size of the Grand Canyon. That's freaking hot.
Yeah, but we now know DJ wants to climb Mount Skanky. A little too much information there, but
yeah.
Anyway, no,
it's an SCP. I don't remember the exact number, but yeah, she acts like Big Brother. There's no like. The SCP Foundation cannot do like direct contact with her, so she has to like do certain signs with her hands to give signals, almost like sign language. And they have to look through telescopes. So she'll like point in a direction, give different hand signs, because it's hard to see her. She's pitch black in the void of space. But the tattoos and her eyes are what glows.
Okay, so that's something. But that's pretty cool. So she's like a dark guardian.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they actually have God in the SPC, and they also have Cthulhu.
Yeah, they also have like Thaumiel and all sorts of different things.
Yeah.
I'd say Chief saying is like too much information. Chief, you're one.
I'm one to talk.
Yeah, you're one to talk. Always creaming your pants over gingers and shit.
Hey, man. Hey.
We all have our weakness. Doesn't mean you gotta point it out. We're all criminals here in this penitentiary.
We are gingers. Hot. 10 points.
They don't have souls. I don't trust them.
I like the fact they don't have souls. They're more kinky.
So you telling me you're gonna fill that void where the soul was supposed to be? Nah, man.
I'll try. I'm just not big. I'm not sure if I'm that big.
It's like where the soul is supposed to be is a goddamn horizon, fucking black hole that absorbs everything around it.
No
wonder you're left drained after the night.
You guys just don't know, my friends. You guys just don't know. You've never dated a ginger.
I've never dated, period, because I don't want to waste my time.
if you've never dated Ginger, it's fun. If you've ever dated it's up there. It's up there on the awesome factor of like women out there.
It's up there, you know.
It's up there. Top 10 women.
I also follow the barometer of usually the more beautiful they are, they can lack personality because they can get away with it. That is not a continual barometer. Do not use that as a direct thing, but sometimes it's scary how truthful it is.
I mean, that's how you get starfish sex.
Yeah. I don't.
Starfish?
Yeah, it's like a girl who's hot. It doesn't have to like try, so she knows she'll get a guy into the bedroom, so she just lays there like a starfish. But a girl who's like not as hot will actually like give you a better experience because like they know that like or they believe that they got to work a little bit at it, but then it ends up.
So what you're telling me is you were her dirty Dan. That's what you told me.
See, I don't mind I don't mind girls that are like a little more plain to. It's not like I'm not like looking for supermodels, man. But like,
no, I'm not asking for supermodels. I'm just noting the barometer of society here.
Yeah.
I've met some pretty cute girls over the years, man.
I have too. Then I realized the life's not for me. That is not my path.
Yeah. Again, I've dated a lot of women over the years, man. It's just the way it is. Again, but I'm also a generation behind Bob. So I've said on multiple occasions I would not want to date now. The way things are now, fuck no. Just
like I said, that's not the life for me. I ain't dealing with it. No, thank you.
It's scary. It's sick.
I want peace. I don't want problems.
What annoys me is that is kind of pathetic in a lot of ways. Because there was a time, like, dude, dating a girl, no problem at all. Nowadays, I'm like, just go, just fucking go. Like, what the fuck's going on?
I think I'll be like, do I want to talk to this girl? What will it be like? What if she actually likes me? What if it sucks being with her and I have to figure out a way to make myself boring enough for her to break up with me so that I don't break her heart and then she don't hit me with a baseball bat?
Yeah, well, you gotta watch out. Well,
I'd say that accelerated rather fast. Shit.
Watch your balls, man. Watch your balls.
I would say that was 1 to 10. Is it? Oh, damn. I was like, oh, well, I want to break up with her, but I don't want to break her heart, but she may bust my balls. And I'm just like, fuck, dude. Are you dating a girl or are you dating a mobster? What the fuck?
Like I said, I was talking to a buddy of mine at his house because he's got a girl he's been with for a year, and he has a house. And he just got a house because his dad passed. His dad was a good guy, by the way. But I said to him, dude, I got to ask you a question. It was a simple question I asked him. Does your girlfriend work? Right now, no. Will she? Because they're living together. Can she help? Would she be able to afford living where you are now if you left? Yes. My exact words were to him, let her stay at that apartment. Don't let her move into your house. And he's like, well, why is that? And I said, because very simply put, your brother needs a place to stay. Hook your brother up. You know he's dependable and you know he'll pay. And he's like, well, I want her to be with me. And it's like, yeah, but the problem is no guarantees that if that goes south, you don't want her owning your property afterwards.
So is this in Canada?
Yeah, this is in Canada. And in Canada, in Canada, yes. That's.
Oh yeah, and also don't forget the fact that be wary of the ones that are too quick to marry. It's like, why do you want to marry?
Yeah. No,
we just talked to each other for 2 months. Why do you want to marry already? Shit.
No, like
in the military, that's the big issue, right, Bob? And you know.
You know. Oh, he knows.
Yep.
Oh, if I would say you. And the thing is, it's not even a modern thing.
It isn't.
Not even a modern thing. I've ran into too many vets with a lot of very crazy ex-wives. So much so that they squeeze them for every penny they're worth. And I keep looking at that, and it's like, these are my brothers. And still, It's like, no, I don't want any of that risk. None of it. Because if it can happen to them, it's definitely going to happen to me.
Yeah, switch to the side. I'll see you.
Yeah,
Bye,
okay.
catch you later, Ars.
Thank you for joining.
Catch you later, Ars.
And again,
Yeah.
I don't
think like me and Ars are kind of introverted a little bit, right? And if a girl approaches us and they're too nice, like that sets off alarm bells to me sometimes. I'm like, wait a second, what's your racket? What's your hustle?
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I do the same thing. I'm just quiet about it. I just keep the conversation going, but I'm noting things. I'm noting every little detail.
Well, yeah, I don't
And I know there's people who actually have genuine good relationships. I know some good friends that it's like, you know what? Even when I talk to their girl whenever we're playing games together, it's like, you know what, man? That's a good pick. She's a keeper. She can laugh with the boys. She can joke around. It's like, good on you. But goddamn, is that a diamond in the rough? You will never find that anywhere.
It's sad.
It is.
It really wasn't. It really wasn't like that before, and you could find girls all the time, and I've dated a lot of really good girls over the years, and I've had a lot of people out there that are bad. But anyway, this isn't what we're going to be talking about. That's just.
You see how far this conversation went, though, compared to the other
I gave up
stuff?
online dating, and I gave up online dating altogether. Not that I was really ever into it, but it's not like you ever get a date on online dating. And I decided I'll just approach people on the street, like I'll literally just do it on my commute. And sometimes like I'm too shy and I'm getting a look from a girl across the subway car, and other times I'm like, should I say what's up to this girl? And I was like, oh, maybe I'll see her again and I'll do it. And then anyways, okay, I'll save that story for after stream. That was an interesting one. Jokes aside, my point is, you're right. It used to not be the same, and I think that part of it is like with online. I give one hilarious story. Okay, I know it's a little bit off, but it's funny. Someone posted a Reddit post that their girlfriend. He told his girlfriend how like it's like being a guy on online dating, and how like you can send messages and not get a reply, and how it's easier for girls. So they go, oh yeah, let's try it out. So she tries it out, like, and it was supposed to be just like a test. But then she got cold towards him. And like he started suspecting shit, she discovered that she has options. And it was a good relationship for 3 years. But once the idiot, that's an idiotic thing to do. He should not have ever opened that Pandora's box. He should have never ever opened up to his girlfriend about that. I understand he thought he could talk about that with his girl, but when she realized that she was getting 100 replies in her inbox, beginning of the end.
Now, I could say this as a little closing note thing here.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one thing that can change, the psychology is going to be on the individual. That one will have to come naturally. But when it comes to risk, like divorces and all that for the man side, don't make it to where she instantly gets all his assets, because there's also that risk that you got to calculate when you do get in a relationship. And that's another thing that stops most men, especially me, from actually wanting to do any of this stuff, because the risk of I could lose my house, my car, my job, my kids, everything.
Hans, will you care enough to send the
If
very
you take
best?
away that risk portion and you make it even, it's like she has her assets, you have your assets. You paid for everything, so you keep all your stuff. That would be something that can move us in the right direction. The psychology part, that one's on the individual. You cannot change that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fair. I wouldn't dispute that for a second, yeah.
Or well, yeah, but it's fuck. We live in an era.
One hell of a time, huh?
We really do, and it's sad. In a lot of ways, I am depressed by it, and that's because like I feel like they're there, like because I'm not hooking up with anybody. I might, there might be some people that I find that are really awesome, and they might catch my eye on occasion, but I'm done the dating pool as far as I'm concerned. But it's
sometimes the chief would stare at me and I'd feel a little creeped out and I'd clutch my pearls.
Yeah, it's sad to me in that way that we're at that point in our society where I'm like, yep, I'm done.
Yeah, that's how it be. That's how it be.
And like I said, the sad
I don't
thing
want it
is,
to be like that. I don't think anybody wants us to be like this. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure we all would love to settle down, maybe have a family, then, and have somebody to be with for the rest of your days.
Yeah, companionship. Like,
yeah, you know, the boys are your relationship.
The Brotherhood has gotten bigger. Like that term, the Brotherhood, is something that's been kicking around for the last like 20 years. That has exploded in the last.
Oh yeah, so much in some cases that some dudes dress up like women and be another dude's girlfriend. I was like, shit.
That's the thing.
Yeah, man. I would say, going back to Greece. Okay.
That's the thing. The Brotherhood is a real thing that men have been doing lately, and that is interesting that has gone down that road.
It really comes down to that push-pull. You know how you got that pendulum, you keep pushing in one direction, well, it's going to go in that direction. Maybe a direction you don't want.
Yeah, well, it's going to shift. It's going to shift as time goes on.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, back in the 2014s, people kept pushing for X, Y, and Z, and now we have the Brotherhood. Now you really got what you wanted, but not the way you wanted it.
No, and that's like I said, they want men back, and that's been another thing. But like I said, this idea of recently, like the big conversation piece, the big laugh out loud that just happened recently in out there in the verse there, where we're all kind of giggling at the fact that, you know, Paramount's bringing these people back like Johnny Depp and shit. And it's like, well, why is Johnny Depp coming back? And it's like, well, Jesus fuck, I wonder why Johnny Depp, the guy who didn't do anything, and they want him back. Well, I wonder.
Yeah, because who doesn't like Jack Sparrow? I know he did different roles. He's done a bunch of roles, but everybody knows him as Jack Sparrow. And that's what brings people into theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, now they're bringing Johnny Depp back. Like Johnny Depp is coming back. Like, there's a big push for Johnny Depp to be back on the main market. And that is something that was going to happen. And now they're like, well, you know, like, and there's people getting upset at the fact that Johnny Depp is coming back to the radar. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, but that was bound to happen when this is look at what the turnaround is. Look at what the play is. Look at what people are operating on. Yes, you were going to have Johnny Depp back at this point, because Johnny Depp, you know, people like Johnny Depp and other individuals, like, and this is something that I got a good chuckle at, that there's this like freak out. Johnny Depp's coming back. Oh my God. I'm like, yeah, did you not expect him to come back now? Like, did you think he was gone forever? Like, he done, in all intents and purposes, he did nothing wrong. And this idea that people need to look at him as if he did something wrong is annoying as far as I'm concerned. You know, this was a guy that, you know, did no wrong to everybody. And here he is being treated like he's a fucking criminal. Like, and he's acquitted. That's what makes me really angry, because the man is acquitted now. He is been freed from that complaint. So I'm hoping they bring back. I'm hoping that Johnny Depp comes back. There are other people coming back too, and it's like there's these people that were getting the hammer thrown at them in the last couple of years.
Ours did say Switch chat. Logan is streaming.
Yeah, Logan's on right now. We're gonna go. We're having fun, and we, like I said, this chat keeps going until you know, it doesn't type of thing. So
okay. That's why I was cutting everything short, because I wasn't sure if we were gonna end it.
Yeah.
Real quick, listen, people. So, like, you know, so any veracity to it, or is it only when you're on DMT it's valid?
It seems to be a mentality that it seems to be this huge mentality that a lot of people seem to have, is that there's these people out there. They are literally the lizard men. They are the men of they're from an alien race that lives underneath the earth, as the term goes. This is actually what it was called. This is actually what it's been. They live underneath the earth, and they've been slowly, like, controlling mankind. The game plan is to control us enough that they can legitimately take control of everything and then basically manipulate us. They're trying to start a war with humanity so that humanity doesn't take hold. The game plan is control humanity to the point that humanity no longer exists, and then they're slowly changing our environment. If you've ever seen the movie They Live, would be a good example of that, where they had those like supernatural beings from another planes, because there's this idea that they're not actually from our planet; they're from another plane of existence. That's another big one that's existed over the years.
Yep.
So yeah. Yeah, so this has been an argument for people for years, the big lizard man conspiracy. And I love it because a lot of it's like, okay, this idea like the idea of giants is another big theory that's been out for a long time. That's something that we could also have a conversation about.
Oh yeah, like the sea monk.
I want more evidence on the ones that the Smithsonian, like I get it, the Smithsonian got hid the evidence. There's got to be evidence of that. To say make a claim, there's got to be like I can see the logic. Like I just, it's hard for me to like stick with it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and I agree with you. It has if this was real, if this existed, you would have so much logic coming up on that. There'd be so much information, so much data that you could legitimately acquire by incorporating that. It would be very, very funny if you couldn't find any information on the lizard men. It's like that's such a fascinating idea that they've been pushing this idea that this information would be here, this information would be there. It's the same thing with a lot of this stuff. The giant stuff is another big one. The idea of stealing, this is okay, if we found bodies the size of goddamn fucking a head the size of a Buick, I think there would be so much humans right now. There'd be people right now losing their minds. Like if tomorrow they found a skull. Now the thing is, there's always been giant people. This is my belief. But were they giant as in big people, or were they giant as in we're monster, like we're actually these unnatural huge creatures? That's the question I have. And my theory is no, giants aren't a real thing, but I do believe there's a lot of unnatural statues out there that lead towards that thought process that giants are a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I do believe there's a statue thing out there. Oh, I guess I can't hit him from this far. Okay.
I remember seeing pictures from National Geographic, and they were just 7-foot people, but still, it was is this an entire race of people who are tall, and was there a previous generation of them that were taller?
Yeah, that's the theory. The theory is that there's a massive there's a massive race of humans out there that exists, that have always existed. That's the theory. The going theory is that these people we actually knew about them. They're called Nephilim. And this is, the Nephilim has been a big thing.
It also ties in with the War of the Titans.
Yeah, that's also been a Greek reference. There's also, if you really want to get into that, there's the Babylonian stuff that's been around forever. Yeah. Goddamn,
if we go over to Japan, you got the yokai, the Umibozu, which I always like to think it's actually just their head above the water looking at you. The sea monks.
Yep, the sea monks that have been around for a long time. Yeah, there's lots. We could go off, but
giant people that live in the water. The Earth is their swimming pool. Yeah, I think that theory is fun.
And again, a lot of people believe this stuff, that this is like a weird idea that the giant people. This ties into the underground areas that are apparently in America. There's hidden underground zones and stuff, and that's where you get into the Aryan race stuff, which Aryan as in not the racist stuff, Aryan as in Aryans.
Hyperborea.
Hyperborea, yeah. That shit. Which has been around forever. If you know the lore, you know the lore. It's been around forever. And this idea that and I argue with people over that. I've had fucking fights over the whole Aryan thing over the years. And it's like, no, it's not this, guys. No, it's not this, guys. No, it's not that. And they're like, no, it's actually this. It's like, no, you stupid fuck. You're wrong. You're a stupid fuck. It's okay for being stupid, but you're a stupid fuck. Oh yeah, I've gotten into fights over the whole Aryan silliness. Because people really do believe that this only came from the Nazi Party. No, it's been around for a long time. It even has ties to another well-known conspiracy groups that have existed over a while, and it also has its ties to the whole, secret societies that exist out there. Like that. The funny thing about a lot of this shit is it all stems towards different secret organizations, groups, and factions. It has always been like this, and it's always shifted and moved around. A good example of this, if you really want to get good laugh and a good chuckle, look up the whole Mars thing, because that ties into the that's apparently where the lizard men come from, or this apparently comes from this, and they all kind of bend together into these ancient different shit, and like the whole Mars faces and stuff that exist, which I've been fighting for years is a complete fucking fallacy. Like, yeah, if we found something on Mars, like the faces and stuff, that shit's just unalterated stuff. Because when you see the actual images, because we have gotten the actual images now, we have gotten better relations. This shit doesn't. It's not there. The face isn't there. It's a rock structure.
Cydonia, and I remember looking at another thing on this Cydonia region of Mars. There are these what appeared to be 5-sided pyramids, like almost if you built a pentagonal pyramid and the dust kind of swept itself on the side. But when you look at them, if you really look at them multiple times, they seem to be natural. Like I wanted them to be real, but no, they're mountains.
Yeah, and that's the thing. This is the idea that, like I said, then this bends into the lizard people, and this bends into this, and this bends into this organization. Like, and it just keeps going and fucking going and going. It melds into this fucking craziness. Like the idea of, like, I've made a joke that. Go ahead.
The thing that makes absolutely no sense. Let's say, hypothetically, yes, lizard man on Mars, and they somehow got here. And like, you're telling me there's absolutely no evidence whatsoever, as in, like, there's no remnants of machinery, not even like a Stargate or wherever the fuck they used to get here.
Well, there is evidence.
That's what I'm saying. Like, for the people who do believe it, it's like there's no industrial waste that we found on Mars.
Bob, there is evidence. It's called the ancient Egyptians. Don't you understand the hieroglyphs and all the, like, that's why all these. That's why.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Like, the idea that you can't build a pyramid, it's like, look, just because you don't know how it was built.
I was about to get on that. I was about to get on that. It's like, hey, what's a solid way to build something really tall and very stable? I don't know, a fucking pile of rocks? It's like, everybody freaks out over the ancient Egyptians, but no one gives a fuck about the pyramids in India. Some people give a fuck about Mesoamerican pyramids. Everyone built pyramids, it's a fucking pile!
And that's what it is another conspiracy. People would say that, how could these similar structures be around the world? It must be because, it's one civilization. It's like, well, the pyramids in Egypt don't look like Mesoamerican pyramids.
Oh yeah, it fucking drives me nuts. Again, you are talking to the witch. You're talking to a guy that studies this shit. So yes, I am on the extreme end of the spectrum here. Over here, I'm the guy that actually kind of believes in some of this shit a little bit. So it's just like, I feel like it's kind of amusing when my nappy ass is looking at this and going, because I believe there is some unnaturalness in our world. I just don't know, I'm just willing to at least look at it in a debate of firm. I'm not sitting there going, it's definitely this, guys.
Teamwork is key to victory.
See, ley lines make more sense to me.
Oh, ley lines
magic ley lines, those make sense to me. Lizard people can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I've had arguments over the ley line stuff for a long time over the years, and there's this idea that like, oh, cheers, Nintendo. Nintendo leaving? I didn't see him on the thing. Or is he on Logan's stream right now?
Oh, I don't know. I just said hi to Nintendo because I saw his name there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think
It was a bit.
Yeah.
A lot of people like the Nephilim and the giants. Okay, that makes sense to me because how many mythologies are like people came from giants? You got the Norse, where it's like their sons of giants are like half giants, and it kind of makes sense for like the philosophy of the ancient days because those people were fucking giants compared to everyone else coming down from the Great White North.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I honestly believe a lot of this is from human beings kind of intersecting with each other. Like, I would say, like the idea of people wearing, like, I never gone as far as saying the idea of the Egyptian god thing might have just been tribes that wear fucking masks and wear shit over their heads and stuff. Like, what if that's actually what's going on here? What if these were just motherfuckers that actually did things back in the day? That's what this is. It's not this other thing that's going on. So we got something in the background there, DJ. Yeah. Yeah. So. Okay. West North. Okay, we're doing reaction 1 this way. Okay. Nope, nothing going on. We're going to use the radar again. Okay. We're actually testing radars right now, trying to find these aliens here. Well, we're talking about aliens right now. We are actually trying to find. Oh, we got something. We got runes. These bad guys are in the runes.
Here.
Okay,
yeah,
here we
I
go.
don't know. I always find like ancient alien stuff to be as like disrespectful as fuck to the ancient people because, contrary to popular belief, our ancestors were not retarded. They're actually quite sharp.
Yep.
Especially when it came to mathematics. You're telling me the Greeks could come up with mathematics, but no one else?
Carmaine explain it.
I fucking
You think
doubt
they
it.
used more of their brain back then? You think they had the ability to use more of their brain to do number crunching in their head?
Oh, dude, we had.
They were more fit, so yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because here's something interesting that not a lot of people grasp. The more fit you are, the faster of a thinker you are. Because your body doesn't have to, worry about this weight that it's bearing. I remember being a fat fuck when I was younger. I remember going through boot, and then I was sharp as a fucking whip. I can instantly give you some information that you needed right there on the fucking spot. Why? Because I was in shape. The training was one half, being in shape was the other half. So ancient people who didn't have maybe the most food to eat at the time, but they had enough, they're able to live. Of course they're fucking smart. Within their own means, they were smart.
And there is a theory about that too. There's the idea that, like I said, the more healthier you are, the more you physically fight and train yourself, and you can actually fight off stuff. Like people, there's been a theory going around about dementia, for example. I know I'm talking about the big no-no word, but there's been a theory going around that if you make yourself more healthier, it actually affects your physical thing when you try to do certain stuff. So it actually does physically do something more for you by it actually helps with the dementia stuff. There's been studies about that. So there is a going around theory right now. There's a big one going on about that. Maybe there's some evidence to that. Maybe there's some truth to that. And I hope there is. It would be nice to hear it if we can actually, use certain things to help us.
Hey Google, broadcast
sedentary.
Wait, go ahead. What?
It also taps into those that live a sedentary lifestyle aren't actively looking for new information or learning.
Look up exercise and dementia. Look up that study. There actually is a study about that recently.
Right now.
Oh, good. I'm telling my father to keep up his exercise routine because apparently that can be good for dementia.
Apparently it is. Apparently it is. This is what I've heard from the studies that there's a big study that came out not too long ago about that. I'm like, I hope it's true, and I really do hope that that's actually something that we can, help. Like if that is true, that would be great to hear. Keep your studies, keep yourself healthy and fit, man.
Yep. And that's what I was saying is like those that have more of a sedentary lifestyle. Like we've all seen Gorloks before, you know. See those? I would say walking around, but most of them don't really do too much walking, do they?
But here's my thing about that. Can I be honest? Can I be painfully honest with a lot of people? I think a lot of this is more along the lines of the machine is manipulative of the matter. It's the idea that we've become more of the problem than the other way around. It's not like a lot of people seem to have this theory that like it's not only that, it's just people aren't learning like they used to. They're not reading, they're not actively functioning their brain like they used to.
Now the only people that learn things in exquisite detail are those with autism. Guilty as charged.
Maybe that's
when you focus on a subject to that level, you will know everything. You will know every little detail by just, oh, yep, I got that. That's that make of model.
Yep, there are guys like that. I know quite a few guys are like that, and it's just that level of people. But it's,
and it probably doesn't help because whenever you've seen those videos over in like somebody in New York Square, and they ask like how many continents are on the world, and then the person gives like some dumb shit answer.
7.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
it's
know
like
what
you have that all over. You have that all over the internet feed, so it's like, is this there to show how stupid people are, or to make some people feel smarter? Because I don't know. I'm concerned about the level of intelligence we have as collective people. I'm very concerned.
I am very concerned. I do think people are a level of stupid I've never seen. Well, it does help. It doesn't help that like, you know, the world has made itself more accessible than it's ever fucking been, and it's bred a level of stupidity I didn't think we'd see in our generation.
That's the irony, man. It almost hurts.
And again, this is go back to the lizard men. This is a lizard man thing. This is a theory for the lizard men. We have heard this theory for the lizard men for a very, very long time.
Is that why the lizard people are stupid? Because their access to technology
No, it's not the lizard men are stupid. They're making us more stupid. That's the theory. The theory is the reason technology is advanced, they've given us their tech to make us more stupid.
You know, for a species that's marooned on this planet just like us, they're making some rather bold actions.
Well, they're doing it because they wanna control us. It's easier to control us. If you take away, dude, I know right now, if you take away someone's internet and lose their mind, people would kill themselves if you remove their internet for a month. Like if you did that for a week, people would lose their minds. Like people would jump out of a building. Paul, I gotta watch what I say because I'm gonna get in trouble. But people would jump out of buildings if their internet just went boom.
It's true. Some people lose their shit. Like when I sent my phone up for repair, people are like, "Oh, you're gonna go get it repaired the same day?" It's like, no, I don't give a shit. I can wait 2 weeks. But some people genuinely can't. I saw a video of this crazy fat lady, and she was like yelling at the poor guy behind the counter. He didn't even have the part. And then, I'll give you more money. I need it fixed now. I need it fixed now. And he's like, no, I literally don't have the part. You're lying. No, you can do it. Just here's more money. And it's like, she had a stack of $20 bills in her hand, and if the guy told her it was double whatever she had, I wonder what she'd say.
But that's the problem. There is this honest to goodness. I wish I was joking, and I really am not joking. There is this honest to goodness, like mental gymnastics going on with people when it comes to
over-reliance upon certain subjects.
Oh yeah, like I was talking to a friend of mine about that like recently. It's like, you know, like her kids are so fucking addicted to the internet. Like if you took the internet away from her right now, if you took the internet away from her kids right now, it would be just like her kids would lose their minds. They'd just go, they'd start freaking out. They would just start freaking out, like they'd lose their mind. Like he threatened one of his kids not too long ago to take away the internet for a week. She went insane. Like she fucking started smashing stuff. Like they had to physically hold her.
Kids have meltdowns when you take away the tablet. When they're at a restaurant, you take away the tablet, they have meltdowns.
Oh yeah, like this kid went insane, and he said he's never hit his kid, but he came really close that day. That was the first time ever thought to himself, I'm going to smack my kid right across the face right now. And he's never hit her.
Isn't it beautifully ironic?
Yeah.
In the sense of, oh, the TV's going to rot your brains, is what the boomers always said.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
But in this case, the kids nowadays are like fucking suction cuffed to the goddamn tablet. It's like, I've never had technology that involved in my childhood. It was never to that degree. If anything, yeah. I had to like hope I get something nice. I hope we can afford that. It would be nice to have, but I don't need it.
Yeah,
but nowadays, I wouldn't lose my mind in the sense of if we lost the internet, I just want an ETA of if it comes back. If not, okay. I just need to know, is it coming back or is it not?
Yeah.
Because I'm an info whore. That is just part of my training. That is part of me. Is like, I need information now.
Yeah. And like I said, he lost, like he did, like I said, he had to hold her. She became hysterical. Note the simple fact that she might not get the internet for a couple days. And he was shocked by it. He was dumbfounded. I was like this is and this was like, and she went wild. Absolutely insane, the mentality this child went. This child just went off the deep end. And that floors me as a human being. That really does. And like, are you kidding me? Like, we're not that. You can't be that connected to the net. And it's like, no, apparently they really are gone. And that's, to me,
Isn't there like something written down by those who connect themselves to something, or I don't know, I may be talking out of my ass, but isn't there like a thing where it's like you go to the Fey realm, but people get stuck there because they're just like too addicted to the shit or something?
That happens to the people. Well, no, it's because you the second you enter the Fey realm, you can't leave the Fey realm, and if you leave, it takes forever to get out.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying, where it's akin to that, but not exact. It's not a perfect metric.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, okay, well, this is our new Pandora's box. This is our new Fey realm where fucking damn near anything can happen.
It is the new Fey realm. And like I said, it floored him because, like, what are you doing online that you can't do in normal time? And it's like, like I said, it was... like I said, she just kept fucking losing it. She kept screaming.
I need to watch this Minecraft YouTuber do some stupid challenge.
Yeah, and like her whole life is online. Like, I can't do anything with school now. I can't do this. I can't do that. It's like, yeah, it's called a pedophilia.
Oh yeah, 2020 has fucked up a lot of things, especially with the social, like being able to talk to a fellow schoolmate because all schooling went to online classes. There was a genuine camaraderie that you could have with your other classmates whenever you'd play like fucking basketball for recess or fucking gym class for fuck's sake.
Yep, exactly. Like it floored him that she was like her excuses for the internet like going away was so bad for her, and she was so upset and she was so depressed. It was a war to get her to like even stop like freaking out. Like it was, like I said, holding her down. I was floored with that. And this is an 8-year-old girl going ballistic. Absolutely ballistic. Like, holy crap. Like, you know the Karen trailer we're going to be showing on Flophouse? By the way, check out Flophouse tonight. That. That, like, literally they had to buy more dishes because she smashed everything in the fridge. And that's crazy. That
I would be skinned alive.
Like I said, he can.
Oh my god, I wouldn't have a backside anymore. It'd be hung on the fucking mantle.
A dude, like I said, man, he came very close to knocking some teeth out.
Oh, dude, the moment fucking you give the second lip, that's an immediate physical contact in the household I grew up. The word is the word, all right? You don't fucking question the old man, all right? He says something, you fucking do it.
Yep. No, like this was a level of he came very close, and This is a guy with a lot of patience. Like, the mother was like about to wring her neck. Like he turned and said to her, "It's like I came really close to hitting her," and she's like, "So did I." Because like she went insane over this. That's wild in my opinion. Personally, it's like, wow, that's bad when you know it's that rough.
I'll be honest. Yeah, growing up in my household, there was always the old man to keep you fucking humble. Always.
Yep. I think that helps out a lot of people. Actually, I think. Can I be honest? That sometimes, like, okay, some people are like, oh, you can't do this. I'm like, yeah, but man, sometimes it works.
Yeah, sometimes it definitely do work. I mean, hell, look at me. I may not be the perfect human specimen, but I at least got a head on my shoulders.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's and again, that's not the only time I've heard that. I've heard other people talk about, like, I talk to friends about it, and other people, it's like, yeah, no, they definitely have a real issue with, like, you take away the internet from them, their kids go nuts. Like, I like recently, I remember watching. There's a video out there where a teacher took away the kid's Switch, and he lost his shit and like cold cocked her and knocked the teacher unconscious.
Holy fuck!
Yep. Holy shit! Took his Switch away. That's not a joke.
No. I should be laughing at that, but oh man, it is fucking cold, folded, gone.
Yeah, knocked her right unconscious. Like, took her out like in one shot. And I'm like, boys, holy fuck! Like, there's a level of you don't do that. And I'm like, that just shocked me.
This is probably their command.
Okay, I think we're gonna call it here because, much as I'd love to keep going, I think I'm at a really annoying part, and there's gonna be a lot of deaths. So we're just gonna kind of take a break here.
Well, good talk.
Yeah,
it was really good talk. See, this is something I can relate to. Start talking about space, I'm like, I don't have big.
Yeah, I gotcha. So tonight, Flophouse will have a lot of trailers coming up, and we'll have some fun topics. A couple of them will be we've already talked about here. We'll have to get send DJ that wire thing. Maybe DJ can fix that article for us so we can get a little more out of it.
Didn't talk that much, but.
Yeah, but I do like to thank everybody, and like I said, there's some interesting studies out there. On Space Geeks, DJ will be doing his Voyager review. So if you can get me some screenshots of Voyager and stuff, that'd be great, DJ.
Yeah, I was surprised my friend's show was at 4 p.m. That was a bit of a relief for me. I'm gonna double check. I'll confirm with you, but I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Okay. Well, yeah. If you don't, we're still going to be doing the review of the fun that is Rendezvous with Rama book. We're going to be talking about that.
Yeah, good.
Oh no, good book for us. Bob's gonna fucking hate it. Oh shit, he's not gonna like this book.
You know what the kicker is gonna be is what if I end up enjoying it just like I did Magus Bride?
Maybe.
Well, what about what do they call them? The simians, the chimpanzees. You know, the smart chimpanzees.
You had it the first time. It was the simians.
Yeah, he might like that.
Oh man, it's gonna be fun. He's gonna have one hell of a night. Yeah, that's me. One hell. I don't know, man. It's like chapter 1 to 11 is literally nothing really happening until like there's some interesting shit happening, but it's a lot of explaining. It's a great visuals, by the way. Great book if you're a sci-fi fan. If you're not a sci-fi fan, then we're gonna be thinking next week. Space Geeks will probably be talking about A Boy and His Dog. That'll be Harlan Emerson's books, which I like. Yeah, we might even, if I get a chance, if I can get the movie, I think we'll do the movie A Boy and His Dog too, because that's a fucking dark ass movie. Oh boy, that's an interesting movie.
Yeah, I love the boy. Oh man, I don't even want to say, but yeah, great movie. I saw it by accident. Some of you guys scanned Netflix on a friend's TV, And I was just like, picked a random movie, and it was just insane. And then the part where they're playing that song, da 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 da, they're like,
shut up, DJ, shut up, don't spoil it.
Would you pass me? Okay, yeah.
We're gonna be doing a review of it next. We're gonna be doing the book. We'll be doing the book, and maybe we'll do the review of the TV of the movie too. I got that. There's a bunch of reviews I got to do. I'm backlogged on reviews because of my fucking headphones broke, and I can't get proper audio on the recording software I use. So we'll figure something out. All right, boys and girls, thank you very much for listening and having fun with us as we travel through the madhouse. And we will see you on Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday, we're continuing our adventures with the New Guardians. Flame!